Time to get to our seats, I suppose. Yes,
Yes, hurry
yes.
to your seats before I fucking buy a bunch of random plastic. Anyway.
How are you gonna buy a bunch of random plastic when you're just sitting there with no arms? How can you reach for your wallet?
Ah!
It's been so long.
Remy, my fucking arms.
I don't know. I think you left them on your channel.
Fuck.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Kino Korner. We talk about the very best in movies, news, and trailers from a certain point of view. I am joined here by the Bucherson, and here in a bit we'll be joined by Dr. Jones, who has been consistent with Cartoon Network. He's running a bit of a delay due to Father's Day, but that's okay.
That's okay. We got rid of our dad, so we don't have that excuse.
Wait, no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
What?
No,
Yeah, we sent him out to the dad farm, where all dads go.
Dad,
He has a
happy
dad vacation.
Father's Day, yeah, happy
Yeah. What? What is he talking about? Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Yes. As you can see in the
Yes.
bottom right there, today's main topic is going to be a Cartoon Network tier list. I tried to find one that was just going to be Cartoon Network originals. I'm not going to overload it with stuff like Justice League and Jackie Chan Adventures and Shaolin Showdown. No, this is like Cartoon Network Studios. Some stuff is show up double. There's going to be a bunch of things that are new that we haven't seen. Cross that bridge when we get there. But in the meantime, there is a normal preamble that we have to go through. Let's talk about some of the news and trailers and recent things we've seen, which, as predicted, since to do stuff was recently and due to certain video game conferences happening, movie news was fairly light comparatively. So I guess, but to address the elephant in the room first, I went back and forth about bringing this up, and I decided that I do want to bring this up, but here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to mention the how. We're not going to mention the why. There's a lot of opinions about this. We're only going to look at his filmography of Jonathan Joss. Most people would like the go-to that I've seen people attribute him to is Parks and Rec and of course King of the Hill. Those are probably his most iconic roles. But when you look at his IMDb, you look at his filmography, he seems to be an actor that you have seen probably in something, you may just not have realized it. Like it was very recently I saw him in Tulsa King as a I think the character's name was Badface. He is he seems to be one of the go-to actors when trying to portray a native, like a native speaker, like a native like Indian. He was never he never reached the heights of some of the most prolific actors in the world, but he was like a staple, like in a way. And by all accounts, he was a joy to work with. So, in honor of Jonathan Joss, I'd like to give him a moment of silence. I like to everyone encourage everyone look up his filmography. Try to look up something else he's been in. For now, let's share a moment of silence. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Would you like to say anything about him before we continue, Mr. Butcherson?
I mean, I kind of echo the same sentiment. There's some stuff where uh I didn't realize that he had a role in it until I looked up the IMDb, and he had a very good uh film lineup, like the Magnificent Seven, um, and like you said, Tulsa King. He also had video game roles such as Days Gone and the more recent Cyberpunk 2077 game, and also Wasteland 3. But uh, overall, is just it sucks that he's gone, and he will be missed by those closest to him.
Yes, he will. I'd like to move on to the next topic. The first piece of news to talk about. While you can formulate your thoughts on that, I just got word that Mr. Dr. Jones is back, so let me get him in here. Oh, come on. There we go.
What up, sir?
What up?
Sorry, man.
No, you don't got to apologize for nothing. Let me get everything set up for you here.
I have to reshuffle the damn papers. Gotta rework the paperwork. This is bull.
No,
This is
it's
baloney.
I'm still working with this ear infection and ear compaction, and I hate it.
I forgot.
Weren't able to extracto.
Well, my little like ear scraper thing with the camera came in, and I got some earwax out, but the main portion of it is pretty in there.
Oh,
Delightful.
I'll have to flush it out.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing the last 2 days. So as of currently, I hear ringing in my right ear and everything in my left.
Ew.
Ugh.
Fun.
Yeah. Well.
It is.
Oh well.
Fun. That's all right. You'll get it flushed out at some point, which is the highlight of our next topic. What is the next topic?
I don't know about flushing. Is the thing? I hope it's not flushing. I hope this isn't shit.
Is it highlighting toilets? It could.
Well, depending on the
Is there a
quality.
toilet in the show?
Well,
No. The piece of news we're about to cover, we've received not really set images. I think they're just promo images for the next Mortal Kombat movie, which is like the sequel to like the big live action one that apparently has mixed feelings of. So
yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask, what have you guys covered so far?
so far we have just done the Jonathan Joss moment of silence.
Rip.
That is it.
Well, tangent, or actually it connects to that. Did you see the little Father's Day promo they put out for the new King of Hill?
Yes, I did. I didn't add a slide for that, but we could definitely talk about that when we get to the
I was
trailer.
just saying if you saw it.
Oh yeah.
I think it feels like King of the Hill still.
Yes, it does. Oh, and it makes me so happy. Beer doesn't need a story. I don't like being warm. The end.
I'll be honest, I love that Bobby is like going into the culinary field.
Yeah,
I think it fits him so well.
it do. It do. No. That's for current topic. So Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat 2. We got first looks at Shao Kahn, Johnny Cage. I think is that Katana with the fans?
Possibly. If it's better than Daikatana, we're already in good straits.
I don't know.
I know like the baseline, the major Mortal Kombat characters. That's about it.
That's where I'm at too. And we see, of course, the return of Scorpion. Unpopular opinion, I do like Scorpion's design in that recent live action Mortal Kombat movie.
I didn't mind the movie. It needed more. It needed more fights.
It needed more fights, and I hope this one's going to deliver because like we have the return of yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I think like they had some screenings of this recently, maybe test screenings, and it's been overwhelmingly good.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Fortunately, it was all viewed by blind people, so we're not entirely sure if they were going off of the soundscape or not.
All right, you're armless. Shut up.
I would choke you if I could.
I told you not to leave your arms in your channel, dude, but here we are.
I don't take them out unless it's extremely important. Eat my
What
ass.
about your legs?
I don't need to walk. Carry me, my wayward son.
Yeah, well, man, I brought him here. Some would call it kidnapping. I wouldn't.
because I'm an adult.
Sub has better, says he hopes the sequel has better fight choreography. That, yeah.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Because there was like
No,
two.
I want more improv.
Like, Carl Urban's in
It depends on the character. Like, I want Johnny Cage to be improv-y as fuck, but I want like the rest to actually be like trained fights. You know what I mean?
Done by professionals. I mean, we can't all get the choreographer from The Matrix on every single action film.
Yeah. But like from what little we have in these set images, though, I'm not a Mortal Kombat purist. I could just look at these 4 images and I didn't know the name of Katana, but I was like, oh no, that clearly looks like that one chick with the fans. But I guess like that's Shao Kahn, that's Johnny Cage, that's Scorpion. The fact that I could immediately
That's your mom.
That's your mama. The fact that I could immediately recognize these characters, I mean, that's a good thing. I don't know what that means for the movie, like how it's going to end up being, but we can only hope.
Right?
That's all we could hope for, my child.
Yeah. Like, honestly, it's I kind of find it kind of funny that actually this and probably 2 or 3 of the trailers I'm going to talk about seem to go under the radar because of all the gaming news circulating in the world right now, which I kind of find funny.
I mean, it's that time of year, man.
Yeah.
That's where all these big announcements get.
Yeah. But that's why I do what I do, but I can't fix the next piece of news though, so I might as well jump into it. Fucking Annecy, dude. I am so happy. I was torn when I was first making this episode. Like, do I want to base this on Annecy because there could be they're boasting there could be some big stuff, or do I say like, let's not gamble with it, let's do a tier list. I'm so glad I went with the tier list because you know what came out of freaking Annecy?
No.
Ass?
Not a damn thing. Like,
Oh, it's not even ass.
yeah, like there are announcements, but most of the announcements are like it's a mix of things that have nothing to do with Cartoon Network. And the Cartoon Network announcements, let's see, the revival of Gumball. So like apparently
We're
they
always
got
happy. Gumball's a great show.
great show. Let's just do the pauses first. We got a revival of Gumball. One that I don't mind. I know I joked about it with you earlier, Butch, but
Yes.
there's going to be a revival of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, but
It's a preschool show, right?
Yeah, it's like in their kindergarten, but it's like still in the same world. The only reason I'm kind of don't mind it is because the imaginary friends they showcase, it's like a mix of things that, yeah, no, this is what a kindergarten would do as an imaginary friend. It's either something unimaginably fucking weird, or it's just, this is my stuffed doll, but can talk, or this is my iPad, but can talk. Like, which, yeah,
Whoops.
no. Yeah, that feels.
Let's hope that they don't adapt that one comic bit with where someone's imaginary friend was just Frankie,
It's just for.
but bimbofied. Like,
Oh
my god, you are such a cute boy. I love boys. Oh my god, get it out of here. Get it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We let's see. We got confirmation. We didn't get a clip from what I understand. Like, which also here's a quick aside. Everything that was shown at Annecy, for some reason, Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim are being very cagey with how much they're releasing to the public. But everyone else, like everything Netflix showed and everything else, there's full trailers for.
I think a lot of that's just the shit with WB right now.
Yeah, no,
Now, yeah, it's a merger, but now we're gonna be back to 2 separate things. It's like, what the fuck?
yeah, like I wish I had more detail to talk about with this stuff, but
Yeah.
let's see, what's the other? Oh, Rebecca Sugar announced that there's going to be a spin-off of
Lars of the Stars.
Lars of the Stars. I don't mind that it exists. I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I'm happy it exists.
I'll be real. Like, I maybe Steven Universe wasn't the demographic, and the release schedule didn't help the show, but
Yeah.
I just find it very middle.
No, that's fair. Like,
You used its full name. That means it's truly mid.
To me, it's all over the place in terms of quality. Like we'll get there in the
It is. Yeah, it is.
Like as much as I do like the show, I will readily. We'll get to this in more detail with the trailer list. But as much as I do like the show, I am firmly of the opinion that the first season of Steven Universe is kind of bad.
It's not great.
Yeah, it's from the jailbreak episode on when there's actually a consistent story. It gets so much better. Like, and, but again, that's what I said. Like,
I know. I could talk about it too. I just
yeah. But Lars of Stars, they're going into Lars of Stars obviously with everything they learned from Steven Universe. So I don't doubt that it's going to be at the very least an okay show. I just don't think I'm going to watch it. Nothing was shown, but we got confirmation that there will be a continuation of regular show.
Hell yeah.
There was something else from the creator of regular show. Let's see.
Side tangent though, there's a thread on Twitter about cartoon moments that break the fourth wall, and there's that episode in Close Enough, I guess, where the daughter of the show goes to like an animation studio, and he runs it, and she's like, "Dad, oh hey, you must be here for the group. I don't know why you can watch this show." He's like, "Here, let me draw you this," and he gets a little post-it note, and he draws Mordecai and Rigby, and you hear the wow wow wow.
Oh my god.
Okay. That's funny. I need to watch Close Enough.
Dude, I hate the fact that I relate to that so much now. It's a great show though. It's stupid good.
And
Jason Mantzoukas is in it, Mike. He's Hey Nog Man.
Yeah. I remember watching it whenever
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It's a good show. I won't. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke.
Make the joke.
I mean, it's not regular show, but it's close enough.
I always love it in regular show. They're just like, well, we need to kill somebody. Just punch them really hard or throw them at something and explode.
Right. It's just they could get away with any violence. Just like instead of just massive amounts of blood, it's just make them explode.
They get away with a lot of weird shit. I love the coffee bean that just lactates coffee into their mouths. coffee.
I mean, we'll get into it, but that little Standard Cartoon Network, they allowed a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. The last thing that they touted as their biggest and is Teen Titans Go is getting a season 10, which fair
on that.
Yeah,
fair we say.
Like, I think I don't mind the announcements they have. I guess it just bugs me because one, a lot of the stuff they showed, because Warner Brothers, are not actually showing us what was at the panel. Like, sorry, you had to be there, but Netflix and literally everyone else is showing the trailers and movies. Sorry, you had to be there. I hate that. The other
foil hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just straight up just being like, they're probably not wanting to show anything because they can't well say in confidence that these shows are going to be making a rival, or if they show anything and then they have to cancel it because someone is like, we need more money.
Probably.
They'll probably just scrap a lot of shit. So it's not a good faith move on WB's part for sure.
That's probably it. I guess it really looks, because before this they were making a big deal about like, oh, there's going to be a 25th anniversary panel for Cartoon Network Studios. We're going to make a big deal about it. We got some awesome announcements. We know things you're looking forward to. It's like, okay, you're making these claims. You're telling us you got something going on for the anniversary. And all the announcement, it just feels like stuff they would announce on a normal year. Like, you know?
I feel like that's just kind of now. That's just like how it is now.
Yeah.
Hey, we got a panel and some videos. Cool.
Yeah. Like,
what else you got? Else?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wasn't expecting a lot here. Like, again, some of the stuff I don't mind it existing, but when they said like we got some big announcements for Cartoon Network Studios, the only thing I was hoping for was like is there like a 25th anniversary special and maybe you're going to post that panel on YouTube? That'd be awesome. Or better yet, maybe take some of the old shows that people want to watch again and just put them actively on streaming, or better yet, release them on like a limited run DVD or something. That'd be freaking awesome. Like, buy the entire season of Grim Adventures. Like that's it. That's all it was like that. If they just do stuff like that, I'd be happy. But
Amount no.
yeah, pretty much. Like maybe I had the wrong expectation, but
I don't know.
my
They're treating their old stuff less and less good.
yeah that. But
I mean, it's just a slow erasure. For some reason, they just think that this shit doesn't matter.
Yeah.
When it's like, nah, people care about this, especially like people in our age range because we grew up with it.
Yeah, like I have it's not Cartoon Network, like I have a Danny Phantom season DVD I got from Movie
It's the
Trading
Phantom.
Company. Yeah, like I don't watch it a lot, but every once in a while, like I could be like, man, Danny Phantom was a fun show. I want to watch the movies, and I would like to have that accessibility for some of the old Cartoon Network shows. Like I'd love to have the Ed, Edd n Eddy show, like the whole season, or that entire series in the movie on hand. So whenever I'll be like, man, there are some funny episodes of Ed, Edd n Eddy like that. I don't know. Maybe that's too big of an ask, but
I'll show you a big of an ask.
yeah. Like, don't make those promises. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh,
It does seem they're putting more of their eggs into Adult Swim because there are some, I guess, more hype announcements on the Adult Swim front, like a new Genndy Tartakovsky heist series, Smiling Friends season 3 coming out, being
and renewed for season 4 and 5.
and yep, renewed for seasons 4 and 5. A lot of the creators from Cartoon Network, I think it's Rebecca Sugar, oh god, the Pendleton Ward, the guy who made OKKO, and the guy who made Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, Ian Chung?
Yes.
No, Ian something.
It's Ian something.
Ian Kinsler.
But those 4 people are getting together to make an Adult Swim show, which I'm just like, that's going to be interesting. Holy
Is
shit.
it that? No, it's not that Latina show.
No.
Latinas.
Like Pendleton Ward's involved, so I'm already interested because Adventure Time is like one of those like, damn, I slipped on this at first and I really fucking shouldn't have, you know?
Well, and to be fair, season 1 through 3 of Adventure Time is kind of bog standard Cartoon Network stuff for at the time. And season 3 leans in more mature stuff. Man, season 4 and 5. I can't believe. I know. I'll go on a rant about it later.
Yeah. Well, it's fantasy. You could look up the news. You're gonna have to dig for some of the stuff for Cartoon Network, but if you go to Annecy, you're gonna see more stuff about some stuff that Netflix released. Like there's a trailer, and I didn't make a slide for it, but there's a trailer Netflix released. I think it's called Into Your Dreams or something like that, or Into the Dreams. I don't really have much to say about it. It just looks like a kids animated movie.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
sometimes it can just be made for kids.
Yeah.
But is it something that's made for kids that treats them intelligently, or is it brain rot?
Well,
brain rot.
A little bit of both. Like in a weird.
Then petition it.
Yeah, it reminded me of ever seen the movie Little Nemo?
Is that the one who's on the bed?
Yes.
Way back in the day, I just don't remember.
Yeah, it reminded me of that movie, but without the without the drug trip. But
well, then that's not very fun at all.
No, that is fun.
Finding Nemo
without the drug trip.
Yeah, without Little Nemo.
Oh, wait, no, it's not. Drugs are the best.
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I mean. Then it's not a fun time. Petition the movie.
Hold on, let me do my drugs.
Well,
I think his drugs actually just swallowed an entire crustacean.
Well, while he's processing that, I guess we'll good chance to go talk about the trailers that have been release. 'Cause, just that's all for movie news. Outside of the In Your Dreams, or I can't even think of the movie title left that little of an impact on me. But there were 4 trailers that I think are worth talking about. Uh, the first, Wicked for Good, the part 2 Wicked, which, gonna be honest, I did not. I don't think I'm gonna see these movies. I didn't see the play. I have a respect for the story of Oz. I but I but like when I saw the part 1 trailer, I was like, I don't know, Wizard of Oz, but high school drama. I don't know if that's for me. This one though, the
But
the part 2
the
Wicked for
critics
Good.
are raving. I don't
The
know. The critics are raving. It's gonna be one of the movies of all time.
yeah, like when I watch the trailer for this one and I see like how like it part 2 does seem like it's focusing wholly on the transition stuff from the end of her time becoming the Wicked Witch and when Dorothy gets there, like everything happening there, like establishing the wizard, all that good stuff. And
Yeah.
it has um this like pure fantasy feel to it, like less high school drama and more like there's something big going on. There's a lot of intrigue here and there. I find this much more interesting based off of the trailer than part 1. Like I'd be more willing to see this than I would the first part, which I'm also not like I'm probably not the target audience for this. That's as I've never watched the
Oh
play.
no, not at all.
Yeah, I
Very
never.
secondary.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah,
I don't know. I mean, that they probably got their core audience with the initial movie, just being like, "Whoa, it's Wizard of Oz, but what if green?" And now they're trying to bring in everybody else, probably with much ado about more general audience gathering because they need more money.
yeah.
Wicked is going to be the new content farm. I'm sorry to say.
No, I'm sure it will be. It. I don't mind it existing. It's just come. When is it? December. I think yeah, it's when it comes out. Like this is going to
Yeah.
be like it's going to be all over the airwaves. Like July is going to be my month. Like just I got all the good superhero shit. I got Jurassic World. We got Naked Gun. Like that's going to be my month of
What?
just like
Oh,
watching
Naked
shit.
Gun comes out soon.
Oh yeah, first weekend of August.
Oh,
I
well, it
think
came out later in the year.
I think it's like the week after Fantastic Four. It's like or the week right after, or like the week after that.
I'm cautiously excited for it.
Same.
As am I.
Frieza.
I think it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's like faithful to the original Naked Gun, which they
I
seem
just-
to be alluding to that with the trailer.
I just
It's,
hope the biggest joke wasn't the OJ joke.
Yeah, that
But I understand why they put it in to entice people because it's like, yeah, OJ was in those movies.
yeah. We'll see.
But-
Like to me, like the peak of that style of comedy. I know everyone goes to Airplane. Like I always go to Hot Shots and Hot Shots Part 2. Like those movies are fucking hysterical to me.
They're
So,
great.
I love where he's talking to the guy in the office. Every time it cuts to the general, and like the guys are like just marching in a different way, and at one point it cuts to them and like all of the soldiers in the are just doing the can, and it cuts back. It cuts back talk to him, cuts back to him. The soldiers are marching again. Like that's what I want to see. I want to see just stupid shit existing in this world for the sake of being stupid. Like that's how you get this style of work.
Right. It's just good old almost Looney Tunes esque comedy for live action. That's pretty much what it is. Great.
Yeah. Like, really? Yeah. Uh,
Cool.
no, I like that we're peppering in the good stuff because like the first 2 trailers are not like I. Well, this was probably going to be the most sour of the trailers. The Black Phone 2.
I never saw the first one.
I have seen half of it. I never like leaving a movie unfinished. So I don't know what happens at the end, but it's one of those movies where I can kind of guess, and this trailer kind of gives it away. But which,
I feel like that's just
Right.
horror movies in general, man.
yeah, but
What happens next may shock you, but we'll tell you anyway.
no, like from the first time I saw it, it's a decent like paranormal suspense movie. Like, but that's where I have a feeling, and I need to finish this to make sure, but I have a feeling the Black Phone is kind of going to be a mix of like paranormal suspense, and then it turns into more of a traditional like horror thriller because there is like a serial killer. Like, and I have to wonder, like, do those two things, would they clash in any way? I hope not. And the sequel seems to be entirely that, like this kid being haunted by the ghost of this killer. Spoilers, but
Huh?
yeah,
Huh?
it's in the trailer.
What?
But
No.
yeah, right.
Fuck! I'm sorry, you're gonna have to censor that one. Cut it. Cut it. Cut that one
Uh,
out. Cut that out of post.
Shit.
Damn it! No. Eh.
Piss!
It's one of those things. It's obvious that they're going to try to shoot for this, no matter what. Like, when you watch the first Black Phone, you could tell pretty quickly, like, okay, either the kid's going to try to off this, like the movie's going to try to give this guy a bad fate. They're not going to let him walk away. Like, it'd be weird if they let him walk away because they went out of their way to make sure that this guy is just very troubled and very horrible. But
And horny.
and
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that is very important. The horny factor is applicable here.
I know you're joking, but like, but
Oh, I
he
know I'm not joking.
he has them pervert vibes. But I the only good line from the trailer that it makes me just interested is when the master is talking to the guy in the phone booth, like, you and I both know that for us, death is only a word.
And you know what else is a word?
Yeah.
Police!
Okay, if that's how he replied, I would be losing my shit. It's just like, all right, I'm seeing this movie. Oh,
It's just the same type of vibe. It's just like, age is just a number. You know what else is a number? 911.
No, not the phone. Wait, what color is it? Black. No.
no, that's a good question. Will any black phone work? You just pick up something like a random BlackBerry. It's like, hello, I need to talk to the dead. Whoa.
Why is it called
The
Black
good news
Phone?
is it works. The bad news is the call's coming from inside the house.
So it's called the black phone because like he's locked in the dude's basement and he has this little phone down there that for some reason or another he can use that phone to communicate with the dead, and he uses the minuscule resources available to him as well as what the dead have learned to try to basically escape, and like this horrible slightly perverted killer. And
Same.
yeah.
Dude, honestly, same.
Bro, what, like, same as what? What? I want to get on the stroke, but now I'm just like, what? Same as what?
Don't worry about it.
Man, yeah.
I'm gonna worry
It's a shame
about
they
it.
got him though.
Yeah, I'm gonna next movie. I
Yeah, I liked him too.
Here we go. Alien Earth. Yay!
Hey.
Oh, man, I loved Alien Earth. Wait, no, that hasn't come out yet. I love the Alien Romulus movie. I haven't seen that yet. I like aliens.
Alien Romulus is really good.
I'm a coward. Still haven't seen it. I'm a fool.
It's okay. I forgive you.
We know.
No. You know that I haven't seen it, or you know that I'm a fool? So anyway, Alien Earth seems like another cash grab, right? That's what this is.
Kinda. Like the premise is like basically a ship like in the recent Alien movies where they're trying to collect samples. They bring the aliens to like crash land a ship with alien specimens crash land on Earth. So it's basically an alien hunt on basically human planet, it seems to imply that the eggs we see in the trailer are literally it. So there might not be a queen. It's just kind of what is there, which honestly, I remember Aliens. Just a few aliens is enough to just devastate a whole bunch of shit. So
Hmm.
if
It's
that,
fine.
Unfortunately, Predator already got there back in the 1980s in the second film, Predator: Escape from New York, Electric Boogaloo. So,
yeah,
aliens are kind of boned.
Yeah, Predator
Predators
2
win
is
again.
something.
yeah, oh, like
Well, like side tangent. Apparently, that animated Predators movie is getting good reviews.
oh, dude, when we talk about new and recent stuff, I'm going to talk about it. It is just, it is peak.
Ew, gross. Don't kiss me.
Well, I'm excited for Alien Earth because the showrunner is Noah Hawley, whatever.
How do you do?
Howdy doody.
He's been a producer, especially with FX. He actually did Bones for like episodes. It's
Oh,
interesting, but
Ooh.
his main contribution is he worked on the Fargo TV show and the Legion TV show.
ooh, okay.
If you ever watched Legion, go watch Legion.
Oh,
Submit to the Legion.
this
Forfeit all mortal possessions to the Legion.
No, I think Legion is probably one of the best like comic book TV shows ever made.
That is a bold claim, actually.
It's stupidly bold, but yeah.
yeah. Hey,
Yeah, I mean, we've got like Agents of Shield already existing, and
No one
I know
remembers
that's-
Anthony Shields.
but the Ghost Rider moments though.
Gonna be honest.
Oh yeah, doesn't that guy from the Avengers become Ghost Rider? The one who got stabbed by Loki. What's his name?
Oh,
Oh shit!
Colt.
You caught
Wait,
me in a bind.
He
Coulson?
was prominent in like all of phase. Yeah, Coulson. Yeah, he was prominent in all of phase 1, and they're just like, nah, we don't need him anymore.
yeah, he just kind of left.
He's just gone.
He died, but he didn't because Agents of Shield. Oh, so he can come back? Nah.
Uh,
Did I miss some like grand? Maybe there's some grand development. Maybe there's like a reason he can't come back, and I'm being a dick here, but
oh yeah, sure, contracts and bullshit.
yeah, no, Coulson isn't the writer. Okay, yeah,
Oh, it's
Coulson?
some other kid.
yeah.
I don't remember his name. But
Oh no. That was a tweet I saw because somebody said you could just make up anything about MCU people and they believe it. And it was the tweet was, "Hey, remember when this guy became Ghost Rider?"
Oh my
oh my
god.
No, because they oh god, there's like two different versions of Ghost Rider, and then there's like there's a newer Ghost Rider that they were using for the show.
Yeah, the one in Agent of Shield I know is different than the Nick Cage one because I mean it's the Nick Cage one.
That one,
God.
it's not.
But
I can't say it's bad. I can't. It's too fun.
But it is.
That's what it is Robbie Reyes. That's what it is.
Yeah,
It's that character.
the kid with the car.
Is it a car?
Does he?
I thought he just had like a really enhanced jumpsuit.
Like I thought he had I thought he
Uh,
had a car because Robbie Reyes was the Ghost Rider you play in Midnight Suns, and
Right.
like from
Here,
the very brief time I played that, which I'm not gonna pick that game back up, but the
I will
Who
DM the picture I'm talking about.
yeah, the very brief time I played it, the one funny thing I remember is like early on you get a special move where Iron Man's just like repulsor beam, and Spider Man's like, look at all these webs, and Robbie Reyes is just driving.
Oh yeah, sure enough. Okay, gotcha.
I just saw it like, hey, car on fire, man, do you?
Do you, boo?
I think I even heard a rumor that Coulson was going to be the Vision, which made me laugh. Oh gosh.
What are you talking about? He's already the Vision.
Remember
You didn't know?
remember when Coulson became worthy of Mjolnir?
Remember whenever they incorporated Gulp Shido into the Gundam cinematic universe? Oh wait, no, that was Star Wars. That's right. Why did I say Gundam? I ruined the joke immediately. Ooh.
Remember that time Salacious B. Crumb made his way to the MCU and just started laughing at Robert Downey Jr.'s face?
Remember when Robert Downey Jr. was cast as Doctor Doom?
That didn't happen. That's a lie.
I was there.
Oh shit.
I was there when Robert Downey Jr. accepted the crown. But yeah, overall should be. What was the original topic? I completely blanked.
We were on the Alien Earth trailer, which it looks good.
Man, we fucking sidetracked hard.
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
Me too.
It should be a good time. Should be a good binge if they release it all at once, or is it going to be an episodic thing?
I think it's.
I think it's just a series.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like how they release it, I don't know. If it's FX and Hulu, I would imagine batches, but I don't know.
Right. Episodes 1 through 3 now, like Shogun, and then we'll get to the other 3 another time.
Yeah, which I don't necessarily mind releasing in batches, like as long as it do like 1 through 3 this week, 2 like 4 through 6 next week. As long as you do it that way, I think it's a fair compromise because I really like weekly releases, but I know we're in a binging society.
Right. It gives you something to digest on before
Yeah.
it actually gets people talking like, ooh, this happened. Ooh, I wonder what's going to happen next week. Ooh, ah.
Yeah.
And then people leak the episode. I'm like, well, there goes all the majesty of that.
Pretty much. Yeah. And the last trailer, or rather teaser to talk about, I think will keep our attention. Lone Star, may the Schwartz be with you.
Oh yes, the big, like, not even like a sitting down and say it's not coming out until 2027 is what they said.
Yeah,
and like that 2 years from now. We don't even know if Mel Gibson's gonna
Mel
make
Brooks
it that far.
will
No,
be-
I'm pretty sure it's Mel Gibson.
I have done that exact fuck up when I last talked about fucking Spaceballs.
Nah, dude, but he'll be, if he lives, he'll be 101. It's kind of insane.
Yeah,
I thought he was 98.
protect this man.
He turns 99 like very soon.
Oh,
And
okay.
it comes out in 2 more years, and yeah.
100 years of
Goddamn.
Schwartz.
And Bill Pullman and his son, the guy who played Bob Century in Thunderbolts, they're gonna both star in it.
Okay, so then I will say it. All things aside, if they really want to drive the point home with the newer Star Wars films, just be like, Mel Brooks is reprising his role. It's like a fucking CG version of him just doing all the intense scenes. It's not even like an updated version of Brooks. It's just like a younger version of him is doing some of the scenes.
Just have a different guy also named Mel Brooks playing his fucking yogurt.
Oh my god.
I was talking to Grimmy the other day, like, what if this whole thing is just a complete and utter just troll? And he's not even gonna release Spaceballs 2. He's just gonna fucking release Blazing Saddle remaster or something.
That'd be fucking hilarious. Mankind's not ready for it, but it would be fucking hilarious. Once again, we gotta cut that part out. I can't be sitting here cursing like a sailor over here.
Yeah, man, what the hell?
Sail this.
Sail that. Why don't you sail some bitches?
I wish.
Just turn them into boats.
We've heard a few whispers that like a lot, not just the Pullmans. Apparently, Rick Moranis might be coming back,
No, he is. He's 100% coming back.
which is freaking awesome. Like, he retired from acting to be a dad, but he's like, no, I'll come back to play a Dark Helmet.
I mean, it's got to be something good if he's going to turn down any type of Ghostbusters shit. But granted, Ghostbusters sucks. But
Yeah,
Yeah. This is an obvious cash grab. This is different.
yeah.
merchandising.
I can imagine
Merchandising.
I just imagine the meeting between Mel Brooks and Rick Moranis. Like, all right, listen, you and I both know I'm only doing this for money. So let's cut the bullshit.
Basically, yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm telling you, it's gonna make money.
I mean, it's Mel Brooks, man. It's
Right. I mean, he already did the what's the one show like History of the World Part 2
yeah.
for Hulu. So I was like, yeah, it's about that time. Oh shit.
I look forward to like more news and trailers coming out for like I just look forward to a trailer for this because because God, the teaser we saw, which I didn't talk about that, just that little scrolling down image, just throwing shade at every freaking movie franchise that's out right now.
That's pretty great.
It's like since then we've had the DC attempt number 1, DC attempt
DC
number 2.
Oh my god.
An animated Lion King, a live animated live action Lion King, an animated live action Lion King prequel.
Oh fuck, it's so dumb. But he's so right. But overall, I am ecstatic for it, and I'm really hoping it's gonna be amaze balls.
It's just the only question we're left with is it just going to be called Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money, or is he going to get even memeier with it? I am personally a fan of the one Griffin recommended so long ago, Spaceballs 3, The Search for Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Yeah, I saw that on Reddit.
I think Reddit stole it from Griffin. I'm going to defend that shit.
Everything's stolen.
Yeah.
From Trey.
Yeah.
From Griffin.
Sorry, no
from
royalties for you.
He says horse shit. But I'm more of a fan of Spaceballs, The Balls Awaken, or The Schwartz Awakens.
Honestly, like if they just call it The Schwartz Awakens,
it's probably gonna honestly be that.
Yeah, the Schwartz hits snooze and goes back to sleep, and then awakens.
The Schwartz Awakens. The movie starts with Rick Moranis' dark helmet getting out of bed, looking at the time like the Schwartz woke up.
Can you feel it?
Can you feel Mr. Krabs?
I can't wait.
I'll be waiting at the bit for additional news on that.
I guess before we get to our main event of the day, has anyone seen anything in theaters or on streaming? Anything new they want to briefly talk about?
Not really.
Anything new? Huh?
Like new to you, like anything like
new to me.
Yeah.
I watched Nosferatu the other day.
The new
That's
one?
about
Okay.
Yeah, the newer one.
Is it as horny as people claim?
The very last bit of it is.
Okay.
There's like a good like
So
10% of it is like there's some titties out, and then Nosferatu comes out pointing at the screen going, "You must bounce on it crazy style." But no, otherwise like the script is pretty much just 1-to-1 of the original film with a few liberties taken out. Like they definitely didn't have a werewolf that they just filmed out in the middle of nowhere. That was just a dog. It'd be like, oh, it's a werewolf.
So
it was a weird.
So like Keelan and I saw this, but we saw it at the movie theater we go to, the one in Grapevine.
Oh.
The thing about that though is, it's that like IMAX Adobe, so you get a lot of thick blacks, like HDR black instead of traditional. The problem being is most of that movie is like black with a little bit of color, or like shading with some color. So every time I see anything about that movie now, it looks clear. And I'm like, wow, people like this. And I just go, I just saw black in like some color.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that was that's the one point that I have is just like there's a lot of the movie itself was very dark and not just tonally. It was just like, there's a lot of spots where you're gonna have to squint to see some of this stuff. I couldn't imagine watching that with HDR on.
Well, yeah, because it's the Adobe thing, but oh my, because I when we were walking out, I was talking to Kitty Man too, and I was like, dude, that movie was really dark though. I really couldn't tell, like, honestly, half of what was going on.
Yeah, it's,
Just
I
like
will say that, but just
It's a
like
good
the movie.
I was like, just like 2014 Godzilla. No.
Oh
I did
man,
not. I enjoyed that.
I did too, but the lighting in the 2014 one was piss poor. But
I disagree. I think the movie was just light enough, just right. God, I hope so. Where the fuck am I posting my shit?
post that
Huh?
shit.
Sorry, I'm doing something on the site here. Y'all are free to
Oh, well,
continue to lambast it.
No, it's fine.
It's
Anyway,
fine.
that's
Crafting
my new thing.
clothing.
But I do want to see the new Nosferatu. I'm open. Like most modern, well, not most, but a good chunk of recent horror movies, I'm open to seeing. I just don't know if I'd ever seek them out. Nosferatu is one. Like, yeah, I'd watch it. Um.
Right.
Uh. But no, the one thing I saw that kind of revealed is Alien or Predator, not Alien, Predator, Killer of Killers. Oh, peak,
Oh
It
yeah.
dude!
looks good.
It is. It is. It answers a question that like I don't think it needed answering, but it puts a lot of context about the predators, like why that it explains why there's never really an overlap in like returning characters in the Predator franchise like the Alien franchise has.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They add something to what the predators like what the Yautja do like during and after a hunt that's kind of horrifying. It's kind of like, oh shit, and it is just uh like just the real time. I won't spoil it. It is kind of an anthology. It's like three stories that converge into a fourth,
Yeah.
and they work really well off of each other. I first off, animation, great. The animation is freaking stellar.
Fuck yeah.
I think my favorite segment, all things considered, might have been the one with the airplanes. Because
Airplanes.
yeah, the general three segments. One of them is basically involves like Vikings. One of them involves basically a samurai in feudal
Yeah, yeah,
Japan,
yeah.
and the other one involves a kid becoming a World War I pilot, or at least he wants to be one. Honestly, like the kid it focuses on in the first one is very much he's a soldier, so he knows a few things, but he's mostly just a mechanic. He's not a killer. He's not a fighter like another soldier would be. So he's very much thrown into this and has to go through it with his wiles and his just engineering prowess above all else. And
He has to
they
use his cunning.
yeah, and they show it pretty
Cunning.
good. Like, oh, dude, like the moment where he actually plans something out, it works, and he actually gets the predators basically into a trap, and he just looks at it, pulls the thing, goes orale, and just gets everything working. It just it gets so much hype going in that moment.
Nice.
It is. I won't spoil like what it does, like how much it expands on the Azure culture, because it does do that. Like the entire last third, it just expands on just like the Yautja, like why they hunt, like who they hunt, and what they do before, during, and after a hunt. And
Right.
it but
Man, um, what was the Predator movie with Adrian Brody in it?
I
Predator.
think it was just it was like just Predators because they all pretty much have
Predators.
this, yeah.
I want more of that. I've always wanted more of that out of the Predator
Oh,
stuff.
oh, dude,
That was such a cool movie, such a cool concept for Predator.
yeah, just basically a hunting preserve. Like, honestly, it's that. Like, this is like a microcosm version of that. So keep that movie in mind when you watch Predator Killer of Killers. It's oof. Like it
I
does.
mean,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to entertain the idea that if they ever did a sequel to that movie, it would do different alien races, not just humans.
Yes.
Because you could technically expand there, and I know they're doing with Alien, because I know the new Alien Earth has a no. No, is it Alien Earth with the Wayland android in it?
Kinda. It's like the main characters are basically fully synthetic humans. Like they like transition from being human to synthetic. So they're like have android bodies or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I know they've been trying to really like intertwine those two. And I don't really know if it's truly canon that they both exist in the same universe.
I don't think it
Yeah.
is. I don't think it is. Like I think the events of AVP and AVP Requiem are like a soft canon, like just kind of an
Well, I mean,
Elseworld thing.
that's only if you can actually see what's going on in the second movie.
Oh yeah, AVP. Ugh. Ugh.
I remember
AVP.
watching that in theaters, and even in the theater, I was like, "What is going on?"
I'd rather just rewatch the first AVP again because that one was so good.
It's just entertaining. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. Long story short, Killer of Killers is great. Each segment is great in their own way. I have my favorite, but the whole thing is just it's just really good. If this is the future of like what Predator and Alien are gonna do, like things like Prey, things like Killer of Killers, if that's the quality we have for these sci-fi franchises going forward, yes, more of that.
I mean, I hope so. And to be honest, I always wish studios understand it's like you don't need to make everything live action. Like you can have these smaller stories be animated.
Yeah.
And also to my point, I do think Spider-Verse really played a large part in what you see in modern animated CG movies now.
Oh, 100%.
Even though they
100%.
they basically are recreating it at this point, which the whole intended purpose was that studios can just make their own animation styles. Hence the TMNT animated movie. Like
Yeah.
it had that stop motion feel like Spider-Verse and everything, but like I loved kind of just the oh god, what's the right word? Like it was just drawn harshly in places.
I
It's great.
I have heard good things about that recent Ninja Turtles movie. I might need to sit down and watch
It's
it.
really enjoyable, and I think it's more enjoyable like you actually have teenagers voicing. Like you have uh the kid who voiced Gumball when he was younger as Leonardo.
Oh, fuck yeah. Yeah, that kid's got a career ahead of him if he's voicing all those characters.
Right. He's going places.
Yeah.
Not college, but places.
At this point, you don't need college.
You get them royalty checks from Gumball and Ninja Turtles. He's set for life. But
Oh, you're so right. Oh, by
Well,
the
I
way,
wonder how that. Anyway,
I need to stand up and stretch for a second. Give me a second.
stand up and shout. Dun dun.
and he's standing in his seat.
Stand up and shout.
You can just sit my ass down a little bit. Yeah.
All right,
You don't have legs. Shut up.
down there. Get a little
There we
closer.
go.
There we go.
Yeah.
We go.
There we go.
Now you're proportioned
Right.
properly to the rest of us.
Yes. Now I'm sitting in the theater.
I mean, you were sitting before. It's just you couldn't really stretch your legs out.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. No. I was working on this the whole time that since we started the stream. So.
Well, your timing is good because now we get to our main event. I guess let's get right down to it.
All right, let us tier list me. I'm still sitting on the chair.
It's okay. I can adjust. There we go. There we go. Everyone's adjusted. All right. So before we go into talking specific shows, just to get the certain ones out of the way, there's obviously going to be ones that none of us have seen. So I just go through, like, if there's a show that we can definitely say that none of us have seen, I can just knock those out now.
Right.
Like Ivandoe.
Never seen Samurai Jack. Never seen Ben 10. Never seen Transformers.
What's a Cartoon Network?
Yeah,
What's
honestly, I was more of a Nickelodeon guy.
Oh god. Oh god, I picked the wrong people for this. All right. But- all right, but yeah. Has anyone seen Ivandoe?
Hold on,
I
what
saw
show?
30 seconds of it.
It's like a little deer boy. It looks just like a prince. I think it's what he's supposed to be. Animated like
If you can
Gumball.
It is.
find it on there, I have you shown on my phone, but if you can find it on there, I can tell you.
It's spelled Ivandoe. The Adventures of Ivandoe. It is.
Oh, wait, you're dragging it?
Anything that
he was dragging.
anything we collectively haven't seen. Like
I have no idea what that show is.
okay,
I'm just
Okay,
Yeah.
I've seen 30 seconds of it. I'm gonna put it in the C tier because I still need to see it.
I'm just gonna put those I haven't seen.
All right.
I've seen We Bear Bears, so I'll be able to get some info on that if you haven't. About the baby bears. Y'all seen that?
I like We Bear Bears. It was enjoyable. Bobby Moynihan is
Bobby-
on it.
That's true. But what about its spinoff, Little Baby Bears or whatever the frick?
I mean, I'm an adult.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
unfortunately.
like I
we
said,
don't call that
right now
category.
we're just weeding out the stuff that we obviously as a group haven't seen. So when we talk, we can get all those out of the way now. So actually talk about the rest of the shows in order that we have seen. That's what we're doing right now. Take and Seek.
That sounds like a slur. Put it in haven't seen.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
The Fungies. I'm just gonna put that there. I have a feeling no one's seen the.
What, you haven't talked about like the pristine, the animated masterpiece that is the Fungies? Get out of here, bro. Come on.
Have you seen it? Because I'll put that on you.
No, I haven't.
I was
But
about
I just wanted to say.
What about like most of the stuff I know is just going to be in these bottom two rows because like with the exception of two things in the third row, like everything basically above clearance I've seen.
Ugh.
Anything
Elliot,
above Clarence.
I've seen the
It's just Clarence's hat.
Elliot from Earth. I've seen the
No, I can't say
trailer.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen Steven Universe
I've-
Future, Infinity Train. Please say someone has seen Infinity Train.
I mean, technically, Steven Universe Future, it's just Steven Universe.
yeah, that's what
Yeah,
that I'm going to talk about.
I've seen 3 seasons of Infinity Train. I never saw the last one because I got the press that it got canceled, and I was like,
That's
yeah,
okay.
I thought the joke was that there was no season 4.
Like, it's okay. We can defer to you for that one, so we'll keep that there.
hold on. Where's your mouse? Go to the okay. If you're at the bottom,
Yeah.
go to the second row all the way to the right.
Dude,
You mean Ben 10?
this- Ben 10 or like Solver?
No, down. It's the one below Ben 10.
Solvers?
Yeah, delete that show.
Okay, good.
Delete it. Not even haven't seen. Just remove it from existence.
I remember when it aired or when it was airing, and I saw some shit on Twitter, and I got bored one day, and I downloaded the first episode. It oh man,
it
Is it-
offended you greatly.
it is beyond ADHD for children.
Oh god.
It's bad. It's bad too.
Oh shit.
Ugh. Mau Mau. Mau Mau's one that I wouldn't
I
mind
remember
seeing, but
hearing about it.
I haven't seen it. I'm just gonna I can't remember the name of this show. I think it's Miguel and blah, blah, blah. Basically these two brothers. I've seen an episode of it.
Oh, is one of them kind of skinny? One of them a little more round?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
just
but-
2 brothers.
I have seen one full. You know what?
Just
I'll leave it on there because
brothers.
I've seen one full episode of it. It has a not Gravity, kind of Gravity Falls.
Right.
Uh,
Oh, so this tier list isn't just like, oh, we've seen a series. Like, if we've seen an episode, we'll judge it based on that episode. Got it.
Yeah,
So,
basically.
I mean, it's not fair, but
Steven Universe F tier.
True.
Just because of the one fan fiction that I read that they included Steven Universe in there for
You know
no
what?
reason.
I've only seen one episode. I'll put this and haven't seen. It's only fair.
Now, if you can you put the Steven Universe into hell?
Hold on, I can make a new
We
tier.
don't have a super hell here, unfortunately.
There's 7 hells.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. Right. This isn't even a tier list. This is just the 7 circles of hell.
Let's see.
I think you should just go down the list and we'll just go at it.
Yeah, screw it. All right. So we'll start legitimately. Moxie. This is one I had to look up, but I don't mind rating it, but I don't want to give it a high ranking because Moxie was basically like the Tex Avery Show Looney Tunes. It had Bobcat Goldthwait voicing this janitor of Cartoon Network Studios, this dog character, and just doing these intermediate segments like, hey, time to go watch Tom and Jerry, guys. Just that's basically what Moxie was.
It's a name I haven't heard in a while either.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this was this like a 1994 show?
Oh yeah, this is old show. As soon as I looked it up the other day and saw Bobcat Goldthwait voice the dog, my brain just decided to just flip a switch. I was like, oh god, I remember this. Like, the draw of the show was basically you're watching Looney Tunes and like Tom and Jerry and other Tex Avery things. So that was the draw of the show. The shorts and I think did I see him on YouTube or did I see him on? I watched them recently. I can't remember where I watched them. They're not horribly offensive. They're just kind of they're 90s coded as fuck.
Right.
Is
this so a good portion of it then would be is just a dog reacting to old school cartoons?
Oh, he's not reacting. He's just the transition. He's basically like, it'll play a cartoon, then cut to him just talking to the audience for a bit. It's like a variety show kind of thing.
Okay. Because I was going to say, this could be like designated as the first VTuber.
Kinda. So that means
I don't know about that.
Bobcat Goldthwait. Bobcat Goldthwait here. I'm the first VTuber. What's gooning?
Welcome to the Moxie Show. We're sponsored by Gamer Subs. It'll quench you.
My impulse is to give it a C tier just because like the show was good, but it wasn't good because of Moxie. It was good because of Looney Tunes. But the Moxie stuff wasn't bad. So like C tier to me is like middle of the road. I'm kind of like I don't hate it. It's fine. You don't think C tier is a fair for that or?
Sure. I've never seen it myself, so I honestly have no opinion.
Yeah.
I am also in the category of haven't seen.
Wait. Why is this here? This is Adult Swim. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. It did air on regular Cartoon Network for a while, didn't it?
It did.
Kinda, yeah. And I mean, Space Ghost is just a Hanna-Barbera property that they kind of just like, yeah.
A tier.
Yeah, Brack and Zorak make the show A tier. I kind of agree with that. What do you think, Butch, before I move it up there?
I echo the sentiment.
A tier, easy peasy. I don't think it needs further deliberation. Like variety show with Zorak and Brack just being shitlords to Space Ghost. Easy.
Easy
peasy. What a cartoon. So this was their Umbrella like short series where they got to pilot a whole bunch of their stuff. Like I know Codename Kids Next Door, Evil Con Carne.
So
yeah.
So okay, for all intents and purposes, do you consider that to be an actual show or just kind of like a launching point for potential future shows?
It's a launching point for future shows, but that's what's like. If we were to rate it, it'd probably be the most fair to rate it as a concept. But if we're doing that, I don't feel good. It's just like Moxie. I don't feel good rating it high even though it did
I would just put it like a D,
a D.
just because I know a few of those shows that got popular that'll probably be later on. I remember like people voted on which one would actually get like an actual
Yeah.
pilot.
It's not good as a show per se. It's very transparent in what it's actually trying to do. And just as it gave us some good shows, like again, it gave us Kids Next Door, it gave us Evil Con Carne. It gave it. There was a lot of stinkers in
Evil
there.
Con Carne.
Yeah, dude. But there was also just a lot of stinkers in there. So
I put it a D.
but
Not
D,
really a C for middling, but a D. Just be like, yeah, it's there.
it's there. What do you think, Butch? Think D?
Sure.
I'll, I'll leave it at the top of D tier for now, just because again, like
Yeah.
I don't remember hating it. It's just kind of being fair. Like you gotta take everything. All right, now we're into the good shit. Dexter's Laboratory.
Hot garbage.
How
Don't
dare,
remember.
how dare. I don't think this is one of Cartoon Network's best all-time shows, but it's a damn good one.
At least a B.
At least a B. I was thinking A, but I could settle with a B. What do you think, Butch?
I agree with a B just because like the later seasons kind of
Oh yeah, season 4 they had a whole different crew.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Conrad's a little bit B plus, but maybe shift around a little bit. B tier.
yeah, that'd be fine.
It's still B, yeah. Still B.
Yeah.
Because, like to this day there's still shit that is quoted from that show.
I mean, you have the quote unquote band episode too.
Every once in a
Oh,
while, I'll
yeah.
still think of Dexter and he goes, "You are stupid. You are stupid. And do not
Stupid.
forget, you are stupid."
Listen, man, he has one of the hottest animated moms.
She thick.
Oh my god.
Uh,
Why does a white lady carry all
My
that?
mommy milk? No. Anyway, Johnny Bravo is also up there in the B tier.
Honestly, Johnny Bravo was an A tier.
so this is tough.
Listen, it's A tier in the aspect that Johnny Bravo is probably the biggest advocate for women's rights because he only asks women once. He only asks them out on a date once. He hits on them once.
I
He
was
gets turned
thinking
down.
about
He
that.
never asks them again.
I was thinking about that. It's like when you look back on the show, he's a creep, but he's not. He's definitely not a misogynist. He's just kind of a loser.
Yeah, very much. He's very much just a bodybuilding loser. He does not know how to get the women.
But he's also like deep down, he's very sweet. Like one of the episodes I remember most from Johnny Bravo is the Mother's Day episode. I know it's Father's Day, not Mother's Day, but it's the one where he's just trying so hard to get his mom these bunny slippers. And at the end of it, like he's tried everything, but he's failed. Like he eventually got the money, they ran out, and he's just sitting there depressed on his stoop, just like, man, it's so hard to get this thing she wants. Why can't I just tell her that she's just like the best mom in the world, and I just care about her so much. And he doesn't know his mom is just listening in on this, and she just like, oh, thank you, Johnny, just gives her the biggest hug. And he's like, wait, what, huh? Like, I don't know, just like sweet moments like that. It's like there's a sweet side to him. He's not as bad as you remember. The show is funny. I kind of want to say A minus because I do like it a little better on the whole. I like it just a teeny bit more than Dexter.
Whoa, hey, we don't talk about on the whole like that.
Hey, Mom.
But the overall like joke of the show is the fact that he is constantly hitting on women, and so for that, I put Johnny Bravo in the second circle of hell.
In the second circle of hell. So yeah, we thinking A minus.
Sure.
Well, I mean, just an A.
Yeah.
I know you don't really have plus or minuses there.
Oh, like I usually kind of put it as a tier. Like once we start having multiples in a row, it's like which do I like more? Like which of these A tiers is like the best of the A tier? Like that's how I do it. But you know, cow and chicken. Oh,
Nostalgic wise, I would put it at an A. Realistically, a C.
yeah.
Right, because it does start with the C.
Not
Okay.
not just that. Like this is like it has the shock value of something like Ren and Stimpy, but when you get down to like the comedy of the show, I, I think it has a Rocko's Modern Life problem. Like a lot of the shows are a little too adult for its own good.
I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, they have, and I saw this episode air live. There's an episode where I think they only aired it once. Cow meets like pretty much lesbian dyke ladies,
Yeah.
and yeah, and they quite literally munch on carpet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember watching it as a kid, and obviously as a kid, I was just like, "Huh, this is really weird." But as an adult, like, can't believe
Right.
they got
Very
away.
much something that testing to see how much they can get away with getting it past the censors.
Well, and also to be fair, the first ever episode I watched, a Cow and Chicken, it was the episode where there's something inside Cow causing her whatever, and Chicken actually goes inside, and so they show like grotesque,
Yeah.
inside of your body stuff. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
A lot of the stuff
Uh,
I purged from my brain until I rewatched it. All I can remember is thinking as a kid, like, what does pork butts and taters even taste like? Not realizing
oh,
it.
dude, pork butts and taters. That sounds so good, but I know it's awful.
hmm But yes, I was gonna mention the pork butts and taters is probably the one. It is a gluttonous food that both the cow and the chicken clamor for the entire time. To which cow and chicken themselves are a byproduct of human consumption, and for that reason, I put cow and chicken in the circle of hell gluttony.
All right, in gluttony with Moxie.
Also a C tier.
Yeah, C tier.
You know what?
I'll put a little
I
above
agree.
Moxie. Yeah, C tier.
So you've got your tier list. Actually, I don't even know.
No,
Can you
no,
do that
no.
tier list?
Like,
I said, even though nostalgia ranks it as an A,
yeah.
it's truly a C.
No, like, yeah, I agree with that. Like, what I want this to be is kind of like a consensus between everybody. That's why I say I want to ask you, like, so this one display on the screen is like consensus with everybody. That's why I asked, like, are y'all fine with that if I'm the only one? But so, like, everyone seems to be agreeing that Cow and Chicken is C tier. I do too. Like, nostalgia really elevates this, but when you look at the quality of the show, you're just like tugging your collar. But
And I mean, they have the insert of I am Weasel and I are Baboon.
so that show I think was better for kids for sure. I think I did like it a little bit more. Not a whole lot, but I did like it a little bit more than Cow and Chicken. Like,
Right. I didn't even realize that it was going to be like. Is it its own show, or is
It
it
is.
just something embedded in Cow and
I
Chicken?
think it started in Cow and Chicken, and then it got like at least one season of its own.
it did. It's a very short lived.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very short lived season. There's some funny episodes to it. Like once Cow and Chicken kind of fell off, I Am Weasel kind of fell off too. I think they was trying to pick up the scraps because
Gotcha.
because I think they left it a little more kid friendly than Cow and Chicken. It was both better and worse because on one hand the studio was more open to into the thing, but because it wasn't as raunchy in Cow and Chicken, people were like, "What the heck? This isn't the same thing I watched," and just moved and started moving towards the other programming at the time, namely the next two shows in the list. But I don't recall ever hating it. I did like it a little more. I want to put it in B tier. What do y'all think?
For I are Baboon and all that.
Yeah,
I'd rank it a little bit more. Yeah.
Probably a high C,
I see.
but I'm also going to put it in the
Great drink.
circle of hell of treachery,
Circle of
just because it's a branch off of Cow and Chicken.
So what do you think? High C, low B?
At least a C.
I'll put it high C above Cow and Chicken, and then we'll look if we change our minds and look on it. Yeah. There we go. I'm okay with that.
Oh,
All right. Okay. Powerpuff Girls.
Can you before that? Can you link me the tier list if it's on a website? I'm just gonna rename everything to the different circles of hell, and I'll give you my tier list at the end of it.
Oh sure. I'll go through the chat. I sent both of y'all the tier list.
I'm not doing that.
I'm not reading that one.
Like it's like
Well,
right.
no,
yeah,
it's just
That's
I-
right. It's you sure did. That's on me.
all right. You said Powerpuff Girls. Let's
Okay.
put that in A.
I honestly though,
For me, it's an A.
I want to put it in S tier.
I teeter on that then.
Here's my thought process. This is a show that gets better over time. Not the remake. The first time it gets better over time.
Oh,
Be-
no. Listen. The remake does not exist.
It'll be bland when I get to it, but this is a show that like it is the only show in Cartoon Network's film like home filmography that I can confidently say, in a weird way, this kind of was for everybody. Everyone who likes superheroes.
It was.
Yeah. It was both like cutesy but also raunchy. It was action packed but also full of drama. It had a
And oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, like it had adult jokes like cow and chicken, but they never went far with it. They were for the most part very tasteful and like that's how you do it.
And you know, like
Right.
I remember as a kid and a young boy watching this, I never had a problem that it was just 3 girls and
Yeah.
all that jazz.
Like it,
Like I don't know. Like I feel like there's too much online discourse nowadays, and the
Yeah.
younger crowd seems to get all up into like sexual identity, gender, and all that.
Yeah.
And then like this show just existed. It didn't perpetrate. And yeah, you know, there was that one episode with she was dressed all in white.
oh
And she had
the feminazi with like the blue like female symbol shaped gun or shit. Is that your
yeah. And I know even the creators and writers were like, "Oh shit, that's actually not really a good episode." But even then, I was just like, "Oh wow,"
Yeah.
because like they do tell you like why women and everything. I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
But
Like,
at the same time, like I said, I didn't really care that it was like 3 powered girls. Man, shit. If anything, I like Buttercup the best.
yeah. That's what I'm
Actually,
saying.
no, I take that back. When I was a kid, Buttercup was the best. As I get older, it's Bubbles.
Yeah.
I still love a woman who can kick my ass.
What do you think, Butch? Like, let's see if we can like
It was. Oh God, what is the writer's name for the show? She went on to do other stuff. Oh fuck. I mean, alongside Dexter's Lab, this is like, just another project where she kind of just knocks it out of the park with a lot of the writing in the early stages. And
Are you talking about Craig McCracken?
well
no, but I don't know.
I know you said
if
woman and I said the man's name,
if
but-
it eases your mind, like remember, like this is just basically the first run. The remake recently was going to be judged separately. It's its own thing. So this is everything that appeared late '90s, early 2000s. Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, it was right. Lauren Faust was on the thing. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She was also on the writing team for Dexter's Lab, but I think in the context of Powerpuff Girls, compared to Dexter's Lab, its main run and a little bit of the later seasons of just that held up a little bit better than the original Dexter's Lab, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
might place it a little bit higher in that regard.
So, well, the other thing is, right now in A tier we have Johnny Bravo and Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Do we like Powerpuff Girls more or less than those? Because I like them so much more than both of those. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
I would be if y'all think A, I'm willing to put it at A, but like I in my mind it's an S tier show.
I think it teeters on S and A, like just a thin line.
On SNA sounds like a
You know what? Okay,
different thing.
Stop. No one's thinking that. I'm gonna kick your balls.
It just sounds like stupid ass.
Stupid ass.
No,
You know-
high A for me.
High A?
Yeah, high A.
Okay, we'll put that high A right there. High A. High A. Like
Because like, did you factor in the movie?
the movie was so good though. Just
It
the
was.
action sequences. Oh,
I think maybe like action wise and what it did, it's S tier, but I just feel like overall, yeah, it's a very high A.
It's very high A.
Hey, a very high A.
Oh,
Hey, hi.
all right. We're going through a bunch of other good shows. Ed, Ed and Eddie. Personally,
S.
yeah. Personally, I want to put it in S as well. I'm a little biased because I grew up in a small suburb with like. Yeah.
I'm biased too because I saw the premiere of that show, and at the time, my mother was still single, and she worked in Dallas at a film processing place, and so every now and then she would take me to go there, and this is when you still had to record shows on VHSs. So I literally had a stack of VHSs of Ed and Eddie, and they had one of those portable TVs that also had a VHS in it.
Yeah.
So I would just go to her work and watch Ed and Eddie literally all day.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. It was. It's such a unique show. Like, you talk about like the scratchy art style, like this.
It's
The
oh,
oh,
well, I was gonna say about the art style. Like I recently found out that like it's purely just because like people couldn't really draw, and well, they didn't really try and match each frame, and that's what gives that unique like stutter or line movement on the characters.
yeah.
Great show. I love it. I can rant about it all day. I'm sorry.
Wait, what? No, dude. Like, what do you think, Butch?
At the very least, its animation style makes it very unique and stand out from a lot of the other shows.
Oh yeah.
And you know, along with its witty writing in some aspects, and of course, its sound effects are used to this day.
Yeah.
So-
I still see the clip of Eddie shining the pig's ass.
I would say for its cultural impact, low S. I would say.
Then we have
Yeah,
we have our first S tier.
It's weird that like I feel like that show is pretty well known to a lot of people, but at the same time, no one's really seen it as well.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, that
just a
bubble work.
testament to like how much of an impact it has. Yeah. Like, even if you haven't watched it, you know about Ed, Ed and Eddie. Actually, that's a lot of the early Cartoon Network shows now that I think about it. Even Powerpuff Girls and Dexter's Lab have that distinction. Yeah.
I think just at this point, yeah, I mean, like, shit. You remember Cartoon Fridays?
Dude, I love. Oh,
Listen, we can talk about it because I got a lot to say about that.
I'm gonna
It's one
watch
of the
that
best
Rebel
things.
Taxi video after this again. I love that video.
It's a good video. But yeah, I just think that like a lot of these shows are just they are time capsules, and it's definitely not a shows you would make now, just because I think sensibilities and
Mhm.
humors change. But and you know what? I'll save that for the Cartoon Network set.
That's all right. Yeah. Now the next show though, I watched it. It just was kind of there. Mike, Lou, and Og.
I is that the Islander show,
But I remember the theme song more than the show.
or at least
Mike,
two of them
Lou,
are
and-
Islanders?
Yeah, yeah. It's like Mike, Lou, and Dog on the island. Mike, Lou, and Dog, little island. Mike, Lou, and where nobody goes. Like, that's the only thing I really remember from the show, and I remember watching it like because at the time the slot they gave it when I was like middle school, high school. I would get home and I would immediately turn on Cartoon Network. So this is the thing for some reason that would air right after freaking Magoozy. Fucking Magoozy.
Fuck Magoozy. No one liked Magoozy.
So yeah, I'd always tune in after Magoozy.
Oh, is that how
and-
it's pronounced?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've seen a few episodes of it. It just didn't really. Honestly, my impulse is to put it in C tier. It wasn't bad. It was just kind of bland, like right below Cow and Chicken, a little above Moxie. That's where my impulse is telling me to put it. Do y'all have any input on it, or
Yeah, I put it in
Haven't
D
seen
tier.
what were you saying?
I tried to watch a few episodes back in the day, but I just didn't like it. To me, it's a D tier show.
D tier.
D.
D. What do you think, Butch? Like,
I haven't seen it, so I couldn't tell you.
You know what?
Well, if you hated it, what would you give it?
You know what? I'm okay. I'm okay with D tier because when I think about it, it's like I'm trying to like weigh the positives and the negatives, and in my mind, C tier is like with everything all together. I'm generally neutral on these shows.
Yeah, C tier is generally like a median.
Mike Lou and Og, I'm like, there's like one thing I like, and the rest I'm just like, yeah, it's very forgettable. Little D tier is D tier. D tier is a good spot for it.
To me, that's the thing. D tier is just forgettable. Like,
yeah,
if you saw the show, if in the time and everything, you probably remember it, but it's just such a whatever thing that you really don't remember anything about it.
Yeah. Now, okay, now we're going to another good one. I really want to give Courage an S tier.
I'd give it a high A.
High A.
Because I hung out with Ace recently, and we actually watched like 4 episodes of season 1, and there's actually a lot that I'm like, holy shit, it goes over your head as a kid.
Yeah. Season 1, like, have you seen the pilot with the alien chicken? It's rough.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I think it's a high A show. I think it teeters off as it goes on, just because, you know, you've done a lot and pushed a lot already, and, you know, can't.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
What do you think, Bucherson?
I'd put it in S tier. Just once again, it's left a bigger impact on people than some of the other shows on the list.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Here, I'll put it like at the bottom of S tier, like a little right below Ed, and Eddie, because that's I'm comfortable with it there. Because as much as I do respect and really like Powerpuff Girls, I do like Courage more. And I also I think it's the perspective of Courage the Cowardly Dog in a lot of ways. It's like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. It is a great introduction to the horror genre. Yeah. It's like a great introduction to the horror genre for kids in a weird way, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like almost no shows really like that.
I do have problems with this show. Okay, this is me personally. I hate the fact that as the show goes on in later seasons, Courage doesn't really talk at all. He just reacts.
Yeah.
I hate that. Like season 1, like the few episodes we watched, he talks a lot, especially with his computer.
I freaking love the computer. You do it.
Like I said, for me at least, it's at least a very high A, low S.
Yeah.
Ass.
Low ass. It's low.
It's a low ass.
It's a low ass. Like I just I like that show too much, man. I still like whenever I played Ark, like I would get like random flashbacks of that show. Get the Basilosaurus, which is like a weird whale. I would poke its head out of the water, and for some reason, my head would go to. I think this was like the last episode, like the the dead barracuda popping its head out of the bathtub. It's like, oh, Courage, you're beautiful just the way you are, and then just die again. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You know, it's weird too because I watched a lot of that show, but I don't ever remember watching like the last or final even episodes of it.
See, that's the thing. It just kind of ended. Like Ed, Edd n Eddy,
Yeah.
Ed, Edd n Eddy, the movie is an ending for the show. For all
Yeah.
like it is
It's a movie.
Like so the show has a complete run, and I'm so thankful for that because a lot of the shows from our era growing up don't have that luxury. And Courage is one of them. It has a final episode, but it very much feels like just every other Courage episode. There's no sense of finality to it.
It doesn't help too that like they don't really air those episodes in any order.
Yeah.
So sometimes you'd have like, you know, a block, an hour, 2 episodes or 2 full episodes each. And one episode might be from like season 2, and then all of a sudden you get one from the later season. I don't even know how many seasons Courage has.
3, I think, because I still see the
I think
DVDs.
it's at least 4. You know what? I have the
Is it
internet.
at
What
least
am I
4?
doing?
Like,
What are you doing?
while you're looking
Listen,
that
shush.
up, I think we could real quickly go. Sheep in the Big City.
4.
There's 4 seasons. Okay,
Yeah,
Sheep,
4.
Yeah. So what? The next show, Sheep in the Big City. I watched it.
C.
Yeah.
Very low C.
eh,
I remember that show. I just did not like it.
In that regard, I would put it
Yeah.
like I feel about Sheep in the Big City the same thing I feel about Mike Lou and Og. Like they're in the same headspace for me. It's like they're kind of just there.
I just remember the general dude who couldn't move his
the general
teeth. Yeah, so he would always talk like this, and then every so often he might get some words, but most of the time his teeth would be still.
Right.
Or Sheep. Yeah. Okay, I remember him now. What do you think, Butch? As I'm teetering there, it's like a low C or like a D with Mike Lou and Og.
I'd put it as a low C, mostly because it doesn't really have as much of offensive taste in the mouth as Mike Lou and Og does for Alex.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't.
I don't
it's
hate
not
that
a
show. It's one of those shows I watched as a kid, and even as a kid, maybe early adolescent, I just tried to understand why the show was existing, and I just couldn't.
Yeah. It No, I'm okay with it in C tier, like because I'm definitely okay with it being higher than Mike Lou and Og. Because if you presented both of those shows in front of me, I think I'd probably sooner watch Sheep in the Big City, because it clearly has like some inspirations from like old Tex Avery like stuff going on. So I think it has that going for it. But that's about it. Yeah, I'm okay with that. C tier, Sheep in the Big City.
Yeah, I'd rather watch a bullet go into my eye.
Time Squad, underrated.
Time Squad, dude. Yeah, no. I would say at least a very high A.
Yeah. I don't know if I liked it as much as Powerpuff Girls, but it's an underrated show. I agree with A tier. What do you think, Butch?
Contrarian F tier.
How dare you?
I thought it was fucking stupid. Anyway.
How dare you? How dare
Okay.
you?
Okay.
What do you think we're right here, like right next to Powerpuff Girls? So it's like Powerpuff Girls, Time Squad, Space Ghost is like our top 3 A tier right now.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Like no, because that's an super underrated show.
I don't know if he sent you his little list, but I love it. He listed it underneath heresy.
What the fuck?
Oh shit! You know, actually, the one next to it, I totally forgot that was a show, and I watched.
Yeah, we'll get to it when we get there.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it. All right. Oh, here we go. This I think is another easy S tier. Samurai Jack.
A.
Don't remember.
Nah, middle A. Just because I didn't like the final bit of the last season, but at the same time, there's a game which technically rectifies the show's ending if you didn't like it. So
right, there's 2 different endings, kind of
Okay.
like with The Incredibles.
So how about we do this? Since it did revamp on Adult Swim, how about we just do the Cartoon Network run, not the Adult Swim conclusion?
S. Oh yeah, S tier. Cartoon Network runs S tier.
Yeah, we'll go with that, I think.
Yeah, because again, this is just a Cartoon Network tier list. If we do Adult Swim stuff, then because I have, yeah, that'll be
here forever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Samurai Jack. Oh my god, the visual storytelling, dude! I love the ninja episode.
Dude.
Like, I don't think you could even make it then or even now, just because there's a lot of there's a handful of episodes where there is no dialogue, like at all.
Right.
And even then you were like expecting kids to watch that, and yet here I was enthralled.
Yeah. I think it's because the early seasons did have episodes that were a bit dialogue heavy, just to introduce like they're a bit cartoony,
Oh, sure.
like I think that's to introduce the concept. But once kids were hooked, they like slowly drip fed in episodes like the Ninja one or one that had very little dialogue, like if any at all.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah. I think just, yeah, over time, they just like, yeah, we can just do this. I mean, Genny Tavasky is, I mean, like, he's one of the premier animators or animation leads still.
yeah,
Right. Like went on to do the Star Wars Clone Wars for a little bit.
Primal.
Primal was a big one.
Primal's so
He,
good.
apparently, he says season 3 is going to take a little bit, but it's going to be spectacular. And I'm like, you know what?
Of
I
Primal?
believe you. Yeah, Primal.
Oh God, that's happening.
Yeah, season 3 is
Fuck
happening.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, because he can't do Symbiotic Titan season 2.
we'll get
No.
we'll get to that show.
Not even after that dance.
All right. So Grim and Evil, Billy and Mandy, and Evil Kakarni have 3 different listings, and I'm glad because I have different feelings in all of them.
The evil one is at a C. Billy and Mandy is at an A.
So the Grim and Evil duology, I would put it as a B tier because it really did feel like one was always holding the other one back. They're good shows.
Yeah.
It's just so Grim and Evil B tier, easy B tier. Now, when you separate them, though, Billy and Mandy does definitely rise above. I like in my personal notes, like this is like the last for 1, 2, 3. Like I'm going through this. There's not many S tiers I have on the list, but most of them are around the same time frame. This is one that to me is a high A, low S. Like it is another like staple show for me.
Like I said, there's a Twitter thread where fourth breaks in cartoons, and one of them was Billy was arguing with somebody with some other girl, and Mandy is just had his shit, and she literally just walks out of the screen and goes, "I'm just done with this cartoon." And then the next 10 seconds is just Billy going,
like this is
Shit.
I feel a bit biased because this show like just really knew how to tackle just my sense of humor. Just,
Dude, same.
Billy, like just Billy by himself. Just in the courtroom with the spider. Why won't you love me, Dad? You can be anything you want. I want you to be dead.
God, yeah, just the spider episode alone, I put that in a pretty high tier. Pretty fantastic.
God, what was that clip where like he sees a window and he closes it and then just jumps through?
Damn it. You're making it really hard because I'm looking at Courage and Powerpuff Girls right now, and I think I do like Billy and Mandy more than Powerpuff Girls. So at the very least, it is high A.
Billy and Mandy just scratches that. Even now, it still scratches that weird humor I like.
I think
Right.
as much as I love Courage, I think I want to put it in S tier because I do personally like it more than Courage. Not as much as Samurai Jacket and Eddie. Like that, those shows to me will always be something a little special. But like it's, God, that Billy and Mandy is so funny. Like,
It's great, man.
It
like,
is.
are we
It's-
cool with low S tier?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be fine with that because yeah, it is still just. It's just one of those shows, man. You eat it like junk food.
Yeah.
And it's just unapologetically Billy and Mandy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now
I need to go pee real quick. Y'all continue, but I'll be back.
Evil Concarne, like I already got your general opinions on it.
C, low C.
Low C. What do you think? Because I'm kind of there too. It's not bad. It's just kind of.
I mean, if I had seen it, I would have more of an opinion of it. But I think because the fact that I've seen it means that it just because it came around the same time as Billy and Mandy. Was it like a spin-off that came up later, or was it?
So first
the same time?
They both started as a like from the What a Cartoon. They pitched from there. They were released at the same time because they were worried they wouldn't do well separately as Grim and Evil. It became clear that one was more popular than the other, so they decided to like basically split the time, try to see how well they did on their own. Billy and Mandy became just this sensation, and then Evil Incarnate just kind of faded into obscurity because
Right.
it wasn't a bad concept. I really think that they kind of gutted the only good parts about it by just having Scar as a mainstay in the later seasons of Billy and Mandy. And just, I think there's like one episode where Hector and what's her face cameoed, but
Right.
I think that was the appropriate use of them because like it's not a bad show. It's just I feel like all of the creative juices went into Billy and Mandy, so like I don't hate it. I kind of want to put it at the top of C tier personally.
Right. I I would have no qualms against that.
Yeah,
That'd be fine.
yeah. Okay, so looking at this list, I don't have any issues where we're at so far. Nice little spread. Nothing in the E or F tier, but I'm looking down. There's going to be things. There's going to be things down there. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Whatever happened to Robot Jones, Butcherson?
I ate them.
Why?
I was hungry.
Oh,
The show itself is not bad. Once again, one of those where like the animation style is a big standout to it,
yeah.
but a lot of the writing and the pacing kind of falls flat for me.
Yeah, I don't think they just went far enough with like a lot of the premise. Like I know the whole dynamic he has with the one girl is he has a crush with the girl because she has like those big old headgear braces. It's like, oh,
Right.
she must be mechanical too. I have Robo Boner. Like,
Right.
like that's basically half the joke of the show. But
Mhm.
I
Whatever happened to Robot Jones? He got horny.
he got I'm trying to
Got
think
horny
where
for braces.
I'm like going through the list along like DC. No, well, I definitely don't like it more than Evil Incarnate because Evil Incarnate did make me laugh from time to time. I think this is another C tier. What do you think?
Yeah, about a C tier seems fair.
I think right. No, I don't. I didn't like it much. Cow Chicken. I'll put right here above Moxie. I did of these three shows that are in this nebulous like only one season kind of short lived as Robot Jones, Sheep, and Mike Lou and Og. I did like Robot Jones the best of those three.
Right. It wasn't. It wasn't like it didn't offend. Is
Yeah.
a phrase I could use.
Yeah, didn't offend. Oh yeah, we're schmoving. All right. Oh, this is one that I. Oh, I may want to get wait for Alex's opinion while we form our own. Kids Next Door.
Hey kid, you want to watch a cartoon on the television?
Dude,
No.
the voice of Father alone, like the freaking movie Agent Zero or Operation Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's
Hello
so
back.
good.
We
Welcome back. We're
all
on
you
Kids
missed
Next
is we
Door.
put Robot Jones in C tier and we're on Kids Next Door.
Whatever happened to Robot Jones?
Yeah.
I ate him.
Okay, I'm putting it at a D. I didn't like it as a kid.
Like
Yeah.
I liked it a little more than She Big City, but not much altogether. It's just animation style, funny jokes.
I mean, there's also the episode where he shits himself.
what
I
the
don't
fuck?
remember that one. Yeah, put that in D tier.
I'm dead serious. There's an episode where he quite literally well, I mean, it's not shit, but it's oil, but
I trust you.
It's implied.
No, I trust you. We're putting that in D tier. Then I'll put it above Mike Lou to be nice. Just all right. Kids Next Door. There's a part of me that's like, should I put this in S tier? But this is another A tier for me. Like this,
I'm gonna say B for myself.
like A B. What do you think, Butch?
This is just a B for me. I enjoyed the show. I really like that it was one of the few like what a cartoon things you vote on and got a series. But
Right.
I think as the show went on, I just didn't care, and maybe that was also it was around that time period too where I'm maturing into a teenager.
And according to Kids Next Door, teenagers are bad because they're sleeper agents for the adults.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's like anime. You know, if you're over 20, you're old.
Oh God.
Oh yes, and don't forget they had their parody on anime episodes, specifically Dragon Ball.
Yeah, like I wouldn't put it as much as I do like the show. It is one of my go-to shows when I watch Cartoon Network. I wouldn't say it's an S tier for sure. I want to I would put it in low oh no, not low, like mid A tier. Like I did like it more than Johnny Bravo. I personally liked it more than Space Ghost. Right under Powerpuff Girls,
Yeah.
just because it's not a quality show. It's also how creative the show was, and on such a consistent basis. And the show was good at getting a laugh from time to time, which is we're joking about the voice of Father. Like the way they got his voice to go was just install comedy in any scene. It's like, you deal with Pampy, I'm gonna get some Rocky Road. I
It was like there were like standout moments for sure. Like comedy was kind of on point. But
it
yeah,
never.
I think
Yeah.
along the lines of Alex's thinking is that just because the age demographic might have missed us a little bit, is probably the reason it didn't stick as hard as other shows.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
to say it's
and
not
I
a bad
mean,
show.
for my age, or for at least our age, it was like around 2002 to 2005 or six. And, you know, depending on how our lives was, at least for me, that's when all that change happened. That's when I started to
Yeah.
like watch a lot less Cartoon Network. And I was like, oh, I don't like cartoons. But at the same time, I'd start finding more anime.
Yeah.
Right, cartoons are dumb. Ooh, cartoons from Japan. Now we're talking.
So,
Oh, these speak weeaboo.
so,
The moon runes.
so what I'm hearing is we're tearing between high B or low A. Is kind of what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's still a good show, and it pretty much is like a staple cartoon, in my opinion.
Yeah. It just wouldn't be. Well, for that reason, I think it'd be fair to put it in A because, like, we all agree it was a good show. It just wasn't. We just kind of was just.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in my own things aside, yeah.
Yeah. Like, even though I personally bring it higher, I'll put it low A. I'll put it low A just to be fair. Yeah. Low A.
Lower.
All right. Star Wars, Clone Wars. Looks like it's a Gendy Tartakovsky run.
Yeah, that's a big uppers. Easy.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, easy
Yeah.
as shit A right there, almost to S.
Honestly, I'd say yes. You can say what you want about Star Wars, but just
Yeah.
because it's Genny Tartakovsky and just, especially like around 2002, 3, it was cool.
Yeah, S
And
for Star
Anakin
Wars,
was
I guess.
I'm trying to think though, like as I'm looking at what's placed.
No. When he says that is immediately an F.
I'm like going through the thing. It's like, did I like? I think I did like because it was such a unique take on Star Wars. Because think about where Star Wars was at the time. The prequel trilogies were just coming out because we're getting into this again, and this
Oh
really
wait, no, it's older because Grievous is in it, so it came out after like Revenge of the Sith, right?
Oh yeah, it did. It either like coincided with or like right after. But this has basically allowed kids to really get into Star Wars and just started this craze. So this came here is starting a whole bunch of stuff and allowing kids to really enjoy Star Wars at the time.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it gaslit people into thinking that General Grievous was going to be a cool as fuck guy in Revenge of the Sith, and it just wasn't.
True.
That's true. Okay, how about
It's a lot of Star Wars.
A lot of Star Wars. Above Powerpuff Girls, I'd say that's about as high on the A tier.
I would
It's-
say equal.
There's no equals.
high.
There's no equals here.
No, I agree with Butch on that. High A, right above Powerpuff Girls. Like it hurts because I personally love it, but like everything considered, everyone's opinion, like these are two like A shows that are kind of a like on my personal we all This is just kind of like the
Right.
group consensus is where we're at. That's what I'm
Yeah,
trying
and
to.
Powerpuff Girls is just in A tier because we're sexist. That's the only reason. Otherwise, it'd be an S tier.
Also, Griffin says Palpatine twiddling his creepy ass fingers unfortunately lives in his head rent free, and also the Mace Windu episode borders on ridiculous and awesome. Yeah,
Yes, good Anakin. I do like your luscious little lightsaber lumps whenever I twiddle my little fingers.
I get
very
that.
good.
never.
I mean, that was when Star Wars, like, Jedis were still like, yeah, we could just flip around and throw shit compared to whatever the fuck they're doing now with them.
Yeah,
Yeah, flip around and find out, I guess.
yeah. Megas XLR.
Apparently there was news that came out that there was a greenlit sequel or remake to
Yeah.
it, but whenever the merger happened with WB and all that bullshit,
It hurts.
No.
I know. Like,
Yeah, and
Angel.
for that, I have to put it in haven't seen, because I haven't seen season 2. You bring that up right fucking now.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah, personal bias is S tier.
Honestly, same, because the show was just. Oh god, it was.
I like the show.
I'm trying to think of a reason. Like, would I not put it in S tier? But to go.
I mean,
to
there
go back
was the episode with the allegations.
the allocation. Thinking back to what I said about Ed and Nettie, like not a lot of shows had like an actual ending. Megas XLR season 1 did have a finale, so the show, even though it could continue on in more seasons, there was an ending. So we got like a closed loop. I'm just keep adding
But
reasons.
a lot of shows also didn't have Bruce Campbell.
Playing basically MODOK.
Yes,
God
basically
damn
MODOK is his full name.
it. Damn it! It is an S tier. Oh god. Yeah. This is the new yeah. Do we put it above Courage or?
I would say you can. I'm okay with it being right there, just because. Fuck, I kind of want to scoot Grim behind Megas, but it's your list overall.
Well, like it is the group list, and I'll kind of like I can. How about I do this? Compromise.
No, it's okay.
We compromise. We compromise.
I mean, I put it at a low S, high A because even now you couldn't make a show like that. Like, yeah, this dude just builds a robot out of a car.
Yeah.
Also, we got Steve Bloom and Wendy Lee in it.
It's the child-friendly equivalent to Blazing Saddles. You can't make a show like Megas XLR anymore.
Yeah. This all of his power fantasies of blowing up the DMV. He just points his fist at it like 300 fucking missiles and machine guns. Just
Right.
He's just laughing like a me.
Right. It has moments in the show where as you're growing up, you go, "Huh, I get it. I would do that too."
It's hard to look back on it a serious face because there's a lot of people I know that we basically grew up to be closer to one of these two nerds.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Also,
Just, if you grew up with cartoons, you were either going to be a Coop or you were going to be other.
also my
Jamie.
Jamie, yeah.
Jamie, yeah.
Also, my headcanon is Coop is what would happen to Guy Fieri if Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives wasn't successful.
Oh, that's very accurate, actually.
You know what? I believe it. Also, I love that show, by the way. Fuck you. It's great. Because I'm like, holy shit.
I do too, man. No need to. All right.
Listen. Side tangent. Everybody rants on fucking Guy Fieri and his look. Look, he has a look. He's stuck with it. It's his fucking brand, and he makes a damn good show. He's
no one's making fun of him.
before.
No one's making
Oh,
fun.
I know. I know. I just have to say that because there was a weird discourse many years ago where it's like, oh, Flavortown.
One last trip to Flavortown.
I mean.
All right. Here we go. Foster's home for imaginary friends. I'm
gonna be real. C tier for me.
I've been thinking about this one for a while. Like, how did I feel about this show?
I had the preference though. This was like, when did that come out? 2007, 2008.
Yeah, we're starting to get to the era where there's like a lot of shows that were not for us.
So for me specifically too, like that was when I really just did not watch anything cartoon wise. If it wasn't anime or a live action, I did not watch it. And I had that stupid teenage mentality of, I'm over this. I'm mature.
But that's why I'm here. I'm a man child.
Hey, that's me now. Shut up.
I watched Cartoon Network for a lot longer than I care to admit. Like I don't think I ever stopped watching Power Rangers. But
Well, I would say that's you also liking Sentai a lot more than us. Because if I liked it, if I'll be honest, if I found Sentai, Tokusatsu stuff like when I was around that age, I'd still be watching it.
oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Like, but yeah, I guess I'll
It
put
feels
I did watch Foster's during its heyday. I did watch.
I've watched a lot of the show, to be honest.
I when looking back on it, I respect the crap out of the show. I love the imagination that went into it, like the scribbles. But there were times where the show was a bit annoying. Not often, but there were moments. And
I hated Blue. That's his name? As the show went on.
yeah, yeah.
Awful.
Hated blue more than cheese?
I hated both equally.
Cheese.
Got it. He hates blue cheese.
I do, actually.
Okay. Cheese is such a 50-50 because he's either going to make me cackle laughing or I am going to hate him. There is no in between. They made like the perfect just annoying character of Cheese, but like because there's some things I don't like, but there's enough there that I still look back fondly on it. I would give it a low B. Maybe below Dexter's Lab, above Grim and Evil. That's where I would personally put it.
F for Foster's.
F for Foster's. How are we going to compromise this? An F, a C, and a B. Upper C? No.
Yeah, C sounds about right, actually.
Upper C. All right. I'll compromise. C for compromise. It's going to be at the top of C.
Lowercase c.
Woo!
It's gonna be the top of C tier because I do look fondly on this show. It's just not as good as one would remember. It'll have funny moments, but then a whole lot of nothing happens, and then yeah.
I mean, literally, the only thing that come out of that show right now is just all the fan art of Frankie.
You're right, though.
And that's why it is put in. Did I put it in Lust? I don't remember. What did I put it in?
You put it in.
Wait, where is it? Where did you put it? You put it in Limbo.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Is that your S tier?
I could have sworn that I.
Also, yeah, sorry, I forgot to do this.
You forgot to personalize it.
Well, I work today.
That's fair.
That's understandable. Like so, yeah. Our group we put it in like upper C tier. I would personally put it in B tier. Like I want to defend it because I do like the show, but looking back, trying to be as objective as I can, I think C plus B minus is about where it fits.
Haha, great, loved it, favorite thing ever. C plus.
Yes. God damn it. Oh, here's another show that I think just kind of got overlooked, but I do think is both incredibly stupid and also kind of underrated. Hi Hi Puffy Yami Yumi.
Hi Puffy Yami Yumi show. Hi Puffy Yumi. Oh, I love Hi Puffy Yami Yumi show.
Like there are times where it's stupid, but it's very underrated. My gut's telling me B plus. That's where my gut's at.
I've only ever seen like 1 or 2 episodes, so I could not say.
I enjoyed it, but I honestly have to watch it to get an opinion now because I do not remember anything.
It is.
So I guess by default, maybe at least a high C.
High C. I'll put it below Foster's because I did like Foster's more.
And
I
if
mean,
y'all want to watch it, don't forget to sail the high sea.
if I can remember the theme song, it leaves an impression.
It leaves an impression. Yeah. This show had a lot in common with a Nickelodeon show, and it's gonna be a while before I do another tier, like before I do the Nickelodeon tier list. But like, ever heard of the show Kappa Mikey?
Yeah, I do recall that one.
That show was terrible, but it was also my crack for a good few months.
Yeah.
this, but like Puffy Yumi, like I appreciate this show because like it had the singers actually play like roles, do the introductions, almost like Jackie Chan Adventures.
Gee.
Of course, they did the music for the show. They had episodes based off of just anime and other pop culture. Like they had a trading card episode, which I was in my Yu-Gi-Oh binge at the time, so like I was very young, Sam, so it was very. I thought everything they joked about was hilarious. I don't know. There's too many good things I can remember, but I also know that um it wasn't super funny. It was just kind of topical.
Right.
No, I think C tier is an appropriate like upper C tier. Like I would my are y'all fine with keeping it like right below Foster's but above Evil Con Carne? Because
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay. Okay. Juniper Lee. This is another one underrated. I really
Which one?
wish Life and Times of Juniper Lee. This show should not have been canceled. It was good.
Can you hover over it?
It's the
So, I'm
most
looking at my-
recent one on the list.
Oh, okay. Was that the show that also competed with the Disney Channel show?
American Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was competing with the Progressive Girl.
Like honestly, I'm conflicted. On one, I did like American Dragon Jake Long more than Juniper Lee at first, but Juniper Lee was so underrated, dude. Like I think this was just a case of wrong time because you had a good show.
Never saw it.
Yeah, you had a good show, Juniper Lee, but you had a slightly better one with American Dragon, and people could see them as very similar, so they would just watch American Dragon, which sucks because again, this is not a bad show.
If I had seen it, I'd agree with you. Unfortunately, I watched Jake Long more than I watched Juniper Lee.
Yeah, like, what? So how would you? Let's do this. How would you personally rate Jake Long, like American Dragon?
C.
C tier, really?
I can't rate these because I did not watch. I knew of the. Sorry, I got stuff in my throat. I knew of these shows, but I never watched them. I might have seen some episodes, but I have no opinion on them because I just didn't care.
All right,
Right.
then.
It might be getting to that point in the list where a lot of these are going to be like, I acknowledge they exist, but
What?
I just really didn't
Yeah.
care.
Well, I would argue actually there's more like I actually watched the shows. Like this was that weird period where I was still in high school. I think I might have been 17.
Yeah.
And you know, you're 17, you're like, fuck this shit, except Code Geass.
And Code Lyoko.
We don't need the power. We don't need these.
No. Fuck Colio. Is that on this list? Because fuck Colio.
No, it's
that was a
not.
French
It's not.
made show.
It's
that
not.
was on Toonami, man.
Yeah, that's gonna.
It was not on Toonami.
No, it was
I thought
not.
it was.
It was not.
It was not.
on Cartoon
Fuck,
Network.
I'm having a stroke. Never mind.
Toonami. No, dude.
Code Lyoko
Toonami
died
had
with
crap.
Maguzi.
Do you have a Toonami list?
I'm gonna do that later. I have plans for tier lists because we have a lot of fun doing these. And
If you do a Toonami episode, though, I want to be on that.
oh, for sure. Like when we get to the conclusion, there's a few lists I want to do. Like when I have an idea, but we'll talk about that later.
Listen, I could talk about Fat Tom all day.
Fucking beer gut Tom and there, kid.
Hey, you want to watch some Gundam Wing? Maybe a little bit of Sailor Moon, and don't tell your friends about it.
Oh god. Oh, fuck. You know me so well, Tom.
I got you, boo. Thanks, Uncle Tom.
Oh yeah, I if since y'all are just kind of acknowledge it, I would put Juniper Lee B minus because I try to compare it. I was teetering between B and C. I did like it more than Foster's. It's underrated. It's just very short lived. But everything else above, like Grim and Evil above, I'm just like, yeah, but everything else was kind of so much funnier, so much more engaging, so much more. Yeah, no, you okay with a B minus?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Camp Laszlo,
Never watched it.
mid.
That's the one with the monkey, right?
Yes,
Yeah, I never watched it.
very mid show. It was a very mid tier show. The only reason I want to give it like either an upper C or a lower B instead of just like leaving it in the depths of C tier is because of the ending. The ending is just so out there and just a big fuck you. I just have to respect it because
But does that really constitute being high if the final episode is the best one?
no, not like super high, but basically I'm saying like I could put it in lower C tier, but with the ending I'm like,
Oh, okay.
like upper C tier is where I'm thinking, like just.
But I'd argue though, if a series is only good when the final episode airs,
It was never bad. It was just kind of whatever. And then the last episode, it was like a whole bunch of mid, and then just that was funny. So
Right.
by
Just not a lot for you to like stick around with.
yeah, definitely a C tier show. Definitely more than Sheep in the Big City. You know what? I'll
Sheep
put it
in
right
the
here,
Big-
right behind
no,
Cow and
I
Chicken.
was wrong earlier. The general who can't move his lips was in Sheep in the Big City.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
You mean teeth?
No,
Yeah, I
it
thought you
was.
said-
Wait, did we talk about Sheep in the Big City?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
talked
did.
about Sheep in the Big
Oh
City.
my
I know
God.
he
Shit,
just
sorry.
like,
No, you're good. So yeah,
Sorry,
I'll put
I'm
Camp
crafting all this
Laszlo.
yarn right now. I have no idea.
That's right. I'll put Camp Laszlo in C tier. So what happens at the end is you have Camp Counselor Lumpus, this moose who's there the entire time. He's just this horrible counselor. And when it gets to the final episode, basically a cop car pulls into the summer camp, and you have a character that looks suspiciously like Heifer from Rocco's Modern Life. Pulling up and pointing at Lumpus like, "That's him, officer. He chained me up in a broom closet. I'm supposed to be a counselor for these kids." I was like,
oh no.
yeah, and Lumpus is just like, oh, and then tries to run from the cops, and the show just kind of ends there. It's like, wait, what the fuck? It just leaves the kids with just that revelation that the reason Lumpus sucked as a counselor is because he wasn't the counselor. It's like such a random
Like, well.
fuck you. I have to respect the hustle, man.
Right.
I
Holy shit.
yeah. I don't know. I can't put it in a low tier because of that joke, but like I will leave it in C tier because other than that one joke, it's a very dumb show, very forgettable.
I don't know. Does it do anything for you in the fact that like, would you mind if your kids watched it?
Yeah, that's those are the questions I'm asking now. Like I'm reaching the questions where if I were to like looking at everything above it on the list, what would I watch more? Like I would rather watch Cow and Chicken than Camp Laszlo. Like I just would. Like I would rather just look up that one clip from Camp Laszlo I find funny and then watch an episode of Cow and Chicken. That's kind of where I'm at.
Right. To which your kid is gonna look at you like, "What are you doing, hopping like this? This is weird."
Right.
Dad, feed us. Oh, but yeah, no, I don't think it's. Yeah, I don't know. It's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
But it is something to put on a tier list about, and I think that's why it goes into haven't seen.
Yes, put it in 7.
Put it in 7. Okay.
7.
All right. Now, Sunday Pants. That's basically another one of the short things they did on Cartoon Network, the little variety show style bunch of shorts. I doubt y'all remember it. There's like one thing from it I remember, and that's Bad Clay Fables.
I have no idea what this show is, to be honest.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's like Diet, What a Cartoon.
Interesting.
That's the best way I could describe it. It's just like a lesser version of what a cartoon, but these were not shows designed to be pitched. These are basically just a collection of shorts highlighting just little short things. Like I almost think they tried to jump on the YouTube craze before YouTube was really kicked off. It's just like let's get all these little animated shorts before like people could learn they could watch this shit on the internet. But
Oh yeah.
I almost think that's what it is. There was funny stuff in it, but just like with like what a cartoon and Moxie, it's just kind of it depends on the content of the show. I and only one thing because only one thing really stuck out. That's Bad Clay Fables, and nothing else. I'm just kind of wow, that left zero impact. Like that really just kind of really drowned in obscurity. I'm tempted to give it a D tier.
Right.
Like yeah, or right below What a Cartoon because it was just Diet What a Cartoon with like one good short to its name.
Mm-hmm.
You okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. Oh, my gym partner's a monkey.
I know about the show. I've never seen an episode.
I this is like a better version of Camp Laszlo. It's definitely better than Camp Laszlo, but every time I watched it, I just thought to myself, "This is weird, right? Why is the giraffe
Yeah.
why is the giraffe horny for the kid? What the fuck? This is weird, right?"
What about horny?
Yeah, just a little bit. I don't know.
But
Shit.
but yeah, it is better. Like my immediate thoughts to compare it to Camp Laszlo because of the animals, but it is definitely better than that. I think it had more fun with what each character did, and had more fun with just them being animals. My favorite, I think a lot of people's favorite character was the gorilla because he was basically just this really chill, practically a stoner dude, and he would talk in a way where he would just move his lips without moving his teeth, kind of like the general, just like, "How you doing there?" Oh god, actually, now that I think about it, he talked like the fucking barbarian from fucking Dungeon Soup. How you doing there, Lewis? And he would just
Oh God.
kind of be super calm and composed. And like the one episode he got angry, he would just flip his shit, and everyone's like, "Gorillas are peaceful, right?" Oh Jesus, they're not. It would. It did a SpongeBob approach where we'd try to do actual animal facts and like how they designed the school, and it got creative. So I have to respect it. So like my impulse because of that is to put it in B tier because it was all right. Like that's my general
Uh,
impulse. What do y'all think?
uh, I'll say C tier because I haven't seen it, but I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
But no, like if you feel like it belongs B tier, then I'll leave it to your judgment on that one.
What do you think?
Same.
Thinking the B tier? Okay,
I've never seen it, so I can't tell you any opinion about it.
I'll do low B tier. Like it's not gonna change your life. It's a little stupid, but it's better than other shows. It's better than like you'd think it would be, and it really does the SpongeBob thing where they try to get like super creatively, weirdly detailed with like animal facts and how like behavior and stuff. Like I think it got 2 seasons because of it, if I recall, and it shows like there was at least a little bit of a modicum of effort put into Gym Partners a Monkey.
I don't know why it feels weird having Fosters below
It
Gym Partners
does.
a Monkey, but
You
yeah, I don't know.
It does. Petition to move Foster's up to low B tier, right above Gym Partners a Monkey, but below Juniper Lee.
That's fine. I
Yeah.
accept those terms.
Yeah. Okay. That feels better. All right. That feels more. Yeah. Because I do like Foster's more than my Gym Partner's a Monkey. Yeah.
My gym partner's a fuck.
My Gym Partner's a
My gym partner won't stop rummaging through my underwear.
Okay. Okay, so Ben 10 is good. We're gonna talk about Ben 10 a few times. This is the first seasons. I know first seasons of Ben 10, basically before Alien Force when they went through the edgy teen remake. Everything before that. I have different thoughts on all four eras of Ben 10. This one, just like the first part of Ben 10, as annoying as Ben gets, I think
He's also a kid.
yeah, he's a kid, and I think they stumbled onto something really special here. This part I consider low A tier.
Um, let's see. Low A. This one I've been trying to watch a little bit of from time to time. Just kind of pop up an episode here and there.
Like
Because I've
it's
just seen people talk about it and be like, this show's amazing and all that. And like, okay, I'll give it a watch. And it just seems like a very low discount type of DC animated kids show.
so full disclosure. I That's kind of what they were trying. There's clearly they're trying to cash off of that because Ben 10 was released at the height of shows like Static Shock, Justice League, and the like, and they're thinking they were getting an animated superhero thing, and they wanted to have their own unique superhero. I I think that because they let the creator go all in with the aliens and just get creative, there's like the first part of Ben 10. This part of Ben 10 is a little spoiler for how I feel about it, but Alien Force and Ultimate Alien together, I consider S tier. But everything past that it just drops off hard. Like if you were to watch
Okay.
Ben 10, I would only bother with basically everything up to Ultimate Alien. Personally, I would that's how I feel. Oh wait, no, it lists Ultimate Alien and Alien Forces separate. Oh, that's gonna. Ooh, I'm gonna have to make a decision there. I didn't realize that. Oh well. It lists it. No, it lists Omniverse and the other one is separate things, and they're kind of. Yeah. But the first Ben 10, I because this has a lot of seasons that went off, and they clearly tried something at first, and then after season one was done, and they kind of got into their groove, adding aliens. They were still in the learning phase, but they landed. They got their groove. They figured stuff out. It's a kid show. It's a knockoff superhero show, but they slowly started getting in a rhythm. It's hard for me to really be mad, and I loved it. So it's like I would personally do a low A tier for that, for just this part of Ben 10.
Right. Uh, I'll give it a B on my end just because Ben 10. No, because it really hasn't done anything to like kind of hook me per se, but apart from its concept. Like the monster designs are nice, but the writing itself is kind of
Then
I don't
yeah,
know. It's not the greatest
then
in my
yeah,
opinion.
I then you would definitely like Alien Force and Ultimate Alien. I'll gush about those in a bit. But what do you think about this first part of Ben 10, Mister Doctor Jones?
It was out of my age range. I've seen episodes. I like the general idea, but the fact that it's pretty much for kids
Yeah,
turns me. And I've seen a few episodes of the one where they're all teenagers, but at the same time, it's still just the generic cartoon. 22-minute. Hey, we got to do shit.
yeah,
And my bias for all this shit, and honestly, is because since I was like 13, I got more into anime, and anime has a lot more coherent single storylines compared to a lot of American animation around that time period, at least.
yeah.
So yeah,
Mm.
whatever you guys want to rank it. To be honest, I have no opinion about it
So what do you
at
think?
all.
Bottom of A
I'll
tier
put it at
below
low A then, just to
low A,
compromise.
low A. Okay, low A right below Kids Next Door. Before we go into the other Ben 10, a few detours. Squirrel Boy. What?
I have no idea what Squirrel Boy
Never
is.
seen it.
Yeah, okay, haven't seen Squirrel Boy. Cool, easy.
Yep.
Ooh, Class of 3000. I have seen it.
I have
I
not.
I know about it, but that's about it.
it has a very weird art style. You're gonna love it or you're gonna hate the art style. One thing I do like about the show is at the end of every episode there is basically a new music video for one of the songs. And also for a while the intro was just stuck in my head. Class of 3000 saying na 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 na. Like he's basically just like a music teacher for this like to stay verse group of choir kids. That's just the whole premise of the show. there's not a lot going on there. So how you feel about it is really dependent on how you feel about the music. I really like the music, so I generally like the show. But if I were to be as objective as I can, it was just an okay show, upper C, low B tier. That's kind of where I'm teetering.
Sure.
Not a
Yeah,
gem.
I never I never watched it as well.
Yeah. Removing my bias, I did like it more than Puppy Ami. Yeah, I'll be nice and give it a low B tier. Yeah, yeah, no, I'm okay with this lineup as is because this show is short lived, underrated. Get some love. Okay,
He just looks
Chowder.
like he's burning in the green flames of hell.
Yeah, yeah, just about. That's about where he is. Ooh, Chowder.
I'm willing to put this
High
in
A.
the A tier. Yeah.
High
Yeah,
A.
no, I'm with you. This show is deceptively funny. Oh my god.
Dude, I I've tried to tell people about Chowder and they just don't know. Chowder's
But
great.
where in
Oh
A
my gosh.
tier?
High A. It's a
High.
high A
Yeah,
show
yeah.
for
No,
me.
I did like it. It feel weird
I
putting
love so much about that show, man.
it above
Way ahead of
Powerpuff
its time.
Girls. Do we like it more than Powerpuff Girls? That's kind of the
No,
line I'm at. No, so
no.
right here between. So it's top three in the A tier B. Clone Wars,
Powerpuff
Powerpuff
Girls is
Girls.
pretty much iconic, sets a lot of precedents, but Chowder has a lot of what I like in humor.
Yeah. So
When,
like,
when it, sorry, go on.
so right now, like Chowder, I put right below Powerpuff Girls, right above Time Squad. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. But yeah, no, Chowder. I love the fourth wall break where like they try to wipe off the Cartoon Network logo.
Oh, I was about to
Oh,
say
yeah.
that's one of them. Yeah. Also, it took me a very long time to understand that Gazpacho is voiced by the guy who does Shake.
God, yeah, he is.
Yeah, Dana something. But I love that joke. I actually saw that on TV live, and I was just laughing. I'm like, "This is a great show."
What about that one? Oh, that one doesn't come off.
Or
I
they're trying to do something and they need money, and then it just cuts to like all the live action, all the voice actors doing a car
Yeah.
wash.
Dude, oh, this show I think was, oh man, this show and Gumball, man, they did some crazy shit with just what they had in front of them, and I gotta respect it,
Oh, Gumball is its own thing, though.
Right.
dude. Oh, well, yeah,
Very good, very funny. Taught me how to bake horribly.
that's. I wanted to eat the weird shit they made on that show, though.
I don't know if it would be safe for human consumption.
All right, here we go. Transformers animated.
Animated.
Yeah, okay. I've only seen like an episode of this. I don't have enough wherewithal to really judge it. Have you, Butcherson?
I
Yeah, I feel like if anyone here would be qualified to list it off, it'd either be me or Griffin. Haven't seen it,
Really?
but I like the designs. I didn't like them as a kid because I was under the brain stem of they should transform into trucks. Why do they look like they're jacked up weird versions of other Ben 10 characters? It's weird.
Why does
but-
Optimus Prime have a sexy chin? What the fuck?
I was like, this is weird. But then looking back at it, I'm like, actually, no, they were kind of cooking with some of these designs because they're not only like hyper stylized, but they're also having to do hyper stylized transformations to make the cars work too.
Yeah.
Okay, that could cook. So unfortunately, I have to put it in the haven't seen category,
So
but would love to give it a look at some point.
then there's another tier on this called watch list. These are things we haven't seen but are definitely like we think look worth watching. So this will be the first one in the watch list category. Things we haven't.
There
really...
we
I
go.
agree.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I know of this show, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Ooh.
Because again, everything in the haven't seen, I'm just like, I don't know if I would go out of my way to really watch these, but Transformers animated, yeah, I would. Okay, Ben 10 Alien Force. So you are right, Alex. The first part of Alien Force, it does kind of bleed a little bit into early Ben 10. Like it's trying to be more adult, but it kind of on that edge. So I do think it's better than Ben 10, but not by a whole lot. I think it's Ultimate Alien that really kicks off. So I like if y'all haven't seen, I would say Alien Force.
I've seen episodes, but like Ben 10's one of those things like it's beyond my time, but just because I've heard things, especially when they did Teenage Ben 10 and it's, Yuri Thurl, who I've known through a lot of anime.
Yeah.
At least at the time. It's like, yeah, I'll check it out.
It's better.
Oh, and the guy who did Zuko, he plays Kevin 11.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Or Kevin.
I do recognize the voice. Yeah,
This is a series that spawned that meme. It's like, oh, you gotta treat your woman like I treat your car. Go on. No, I sense I've made a mistake. Like I said, there's some good bits. Like I think it's better than original Run Ben 10 by a little bit.
I will say though that Gwen was always portrayed better in that show.
Absolutely.
And I understand she was a kid.
Yeah, but
Jazz, but
she was less of a bit.
The caveat to all that, I hate that it just does what like a lot of cartoons do. It's like, hey, I know magic.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, yeah.
What does that imply? What's your limitations? What does magic imply?
See, that's the weird thing. Is Ben 10 and only look like maybe 2 episodes of Alien Force do they go into that? Like it's only barely touched on. And the few episodes it does, like she has like a teacher, she has a rival.
It's just a plot device.
Yeah.
It's not thought out.
That's what I say. Like it's so. But I think Ben 10 does get better for a time. I think I'm okay with it here. Like right behind Johnny
above
Bravo.
Kids Next Door, but below Johnny Bravo. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm okay with it because it is a little better. Just because I'm in the mindset of it now. Alien or Ultimate Alien. I think that's when the series realized kids are watching this because they expected to grow up with the show. Let's try to put a little more adult things into it. I respect the show so fucking much for that. Because this is to me like the peak. There is a plot line with a character named Azimuth who's basically the creator of the
Omnitrix.
Yeah. He basically
little gray dude.
Yeah, he acts as like even though he's a little bit of a little douche nugget in the first Ben 10 series, slowly he basically becomes a mentor and a teacher. And like he gives Ben these little pep talks about how like there's one that's I've seen a few in clips when looking up the show. It's like you've been doing a lot of winning with the Omnitrix, but now you've tasted defeated. You've tasted defeat. So you have to ask yourself, what are you gonna do? Like he has these serious discussions with him. My favorite episode of Ultimate Alien actually has to do. I don't think it was the finale. I think it was right before the finale. It basically the Ultimate Aliens. The design in the Omnitrix was he would modify the DNA to get like the ultimate form of these species, but because of a glitch or something that he didn't become aware of, except for slow hints over time, it wasn't modifying the DNA. It was creating whole new DNA, and because of this glitch, instead of just creatures and other things he could tap into, he basically just had these sentient aliens living inside of his Omnitrix trying to get out. Yeah,
get it out, Robin.
And at some point, like with the help of Azimuth and Gwen, Ben actually travels inside the Omnitrix, inside the core to see these things. They despise him. Like they're just like, we don't want to be here. You're trapping us in like this purgatory. We want to live freely. Like he didn't realize he was doing any of this, and he didn't sort of think like, how do I do that? Like just destroy the Omnitrix. And I'm not. I don't feel like I'm doing justice at explaining it, but basically in this moment, he like looks at the aliens, he looks at Gwen, and just like keeping them here is causing more harm than any good I could do. And looks over, and like, for what it's worth, I didn't want to hurt you. And without any revelation, he basically just jumps in. He tries to off himself. He tries to basically blow up the Omnitrix from within, and by throwing himself into like the core. Like he decides, no, I am actively bringing these things harm. I this is what I want to do. Like it tackles like these personal like ideas. Like, I respect this show so fucking much because of that. So I think like this is like the best Ben 10 had ever gotten. And unfortunately, the best I think we'll ever get. So I'd say low S tier for Ultimate Alien. But that's how I feel about that. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I'd put it lower just because the Rule 34 freaked me the fuck out.
God damn it. All right, but yeah, back to our normal programming. We'll talk about the other Ben 10 once I'll need a little second to yeah, but oh fuck, we're back to weird. Flapjack.
I've
Put it
seen clips,
in.
but I've just never watched it myself.
This show is
It's got the one clip of the dog doing the flip and guy going, "Oh!" That's the most standout clip from that show, but everything else I have no idea. I think I saw the first 2 episodes of it and was kind of like, yeah, this is effing weird.
every other
There's
clip
some funny
like
moments, but
it's a show that'll simultaneously make you laugh but also make you feel dirty.
Well, I never really feel like that on shows.
well, it depends on the show.
Yeah.
Percy, fuck you.
No, see, that made me feel dirty.
Ooh. Since I get Tramma lately, I've been seeing a lot of shows where I'm teetering between B and C tier. No, I think solid C because I did like Evil Con Carne.
The thing,
more.
though, about the show is I've always heard it's actually really stupid good. I just haven't sat down to watch it.
Yes and no. The show is better. Like you look at the art style, you look at the context, you think it's going to be a really annoying show. It's really smart. It has its own little wholesome episodes. It's a good show, but the problem is like the humor and like the designs and just the weird going of everything is so. Oh my god, I don't even know what to describe
It's kind of out there. It's not even a thing of like going through network censors. It's just kind of like looking at the writing and going, what the hell are you talking about?
There is a funny clip that I think is making the round, Teresa. I don't know if you've seen it. The show is weirdly progressive. Like Blackjack is talking to this girl. He looks to his left. He sees this like how this character is drawn. They're like super buff, grizzly, hair on their chest. They got a tattoo. Like you think, no, that's a pirate. Like, excuse me, sir, are you doing okay? It's like, I'm a woman. Puts on a wig and then just looks to like this little girl. It's like, let's go, Billy. Okay, mom. And then a little dog follows him and just meows.
Okay, Dad.
Just, yeah, it's just weird shit like that. It's like I understand that this show is not bad, but it's so weird. It's kind of distracting. That's probably the best way to put it.
Right. So I'd probably put it in a healthy D tier.
Healthy D tier.
Possibly. Yeah.
That's a healthy D tier. Would you say low C right below Sheep in the Big City? Like I said, there's good things in it. It's just not enough to now. You know what? Now that I'm saying what I'm saying out loud, yeah, upper D tier. There's good things in it. It's just not enough good to distract from the everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's about where I'm at.
Yeah. How good you think this show is, and I've heard that people describe it as wicked good too. It's just your tolerances for its unique brand of weird. And
yeah,
it's weird that I don't like this show because I love shit like Bobobo.
Well, I mean, that's an anime, though.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
And Bobobo is kind of like, isn't it a parody on a lot of anime tropes anyway?
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so Flapjack, I don't know if they're trying to do parody on a lot of like social commentary or if it's just they're just doing shit for the sake of doing shit. Like trying to set up its own comedy meta.
I think they're trying. I think that's exactly what they're doing. Set up their own comedy. D tier. The more I think about it, the more I'm justifying this D tier. I think that's exactly where it belongs.
Mm.
All right. Secret Saturdays.
You know, I watched a lot of this show.
And you don't remember anything from it.
Yes, because I thought it because when I was a young kid as well, I watched both the original Johnny Quest and the new adventures of Johnny Quest, and it seemed like that's what they were trying to do. Also, I know that ages me pretty well because no one remembers those fucking cartoons.
I love the intro to Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
The newer one, yeah,
Oh,
great.
good shit.
I love Johnny Quest. They should do more, but they can't because he's like, oh, we have an Indian kid sidekick. It's like, well, he can still be Indian, just don't be racist.
Yeah. So I know of this show. I didn't watch it, and I kept telling myself I should watch the show because, you know, I'm a big creature guy. I love creature design, and when I see like, oh, it's a big
Creature.
the creature, like I see a family and they like hunt monsters, and their sidekick is like a kind of Yeti owlbear looking dude. Okay, this looks right up my alley, and I just never watched it. So,
I've seen like a good chunk of the show actually, but couldn't tell you.
would it be applicable to keep it in the don't remember category? Like, we don't remember because
Kind of, yeah, because it was such a very limited show. I think there's like what, one season of like
yeah.
13 episodes maybe.
Like for me personally, it's watch list, but like it, even in general, like until I saw this tier list, I didn't even remember what existed. I was like, oh yeah. So I think don't remember. We all agree like it's in the don't remember because it's a secret.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a secret to everybody for a
Yeah.
while.
Don't remember because it's a secret. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna get back to getting all over the place. Adventure Time. This one, there is no differentiating between seasons in this
Right.
list.
This is just the whole package
Oh,
deal.
This is where it gets complicated because I'm with Alex. It's kind
Well,
of it gets
that's the
better.
problem. Yeah,
It
I mean, like, yeah,
definitely its value is grown and like appreciated more over the passage of seasons, but the the initial viewing is
Yeah.
really rough.
So, because taking everything into consideration and knowing that this was like the show of a generation, like it just was. Knowing that, I would personally think that as being as objective as I can, this should be at least an A tier. Because even I'm like I like this show. Like if I were to personally rate it, I would put it like A minus. But if I were to be objective, I think somewhere at least like if someone told me like to them Adventure Time is an S tier, yeah, no, dude, I get it. Like it, I'm trying to like just think of everything on the whole because weirdly enough, one of my favorite episodes is like I don't know what season this was, but it's the episode Burning Low. It's the one where Finn. It's the one that spawned the bacon pancakes meme.
Okay, yeah.
I loved that episode. I don't even know why. It was just basically just Finn had for a while. Finn had the crush on uh, Princess Bubblegum. He finally got over it, started getting with Flame Princess. He spent a day out with her, and Princess Bubblegum trying to oh wait, no, we can't have her. She's a fire elemental. We can't have her experience extreme heat. They misinterpret that as just her being jealous, and Jake's just like, hey, that's his man biz. You back off. Like, like I don't know. I just love that whole episode. Just, but
Right. It wasn't the worst thing for sure.
but I trying to think because Jones, you said earlier, and I agree. Later on, the show like really becomes something special.
dude, season 4 and 5, they hired a new writer, and that's why you got a lot of existential stuff from the show.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what made me really like Adventure Time.
So it because of that existential stuff, in a weird way, it was like lightning in a bottle where it grew with its audience in like the perfect way because it's a long running show.
Oh yeah.
Would we knowing the impact it had on other people, even if we wouldn't personally rate it this high, do you think it's fair to
Right.
say Adventure Time would either be an A plus or an S minus?
A plus.
I
A-
think
A plus?
Yeah, like with the whole package, A plus would be fine.
A plus. Okay, like right below or right above Powerpuff Girls?
Below.
Right below.
I would say above, but yeah. Well, if it's down to one vote, then it can swing either way.
I think it's close. It's close. But again, like I think this is a show that like gets better. Like I like the monologue with the when you learn Ice King is used to be named Simon Petrikov and that crit in that tape. Like that monologue still gives me chills to this day, man.
Hmm.
Like, but it's I don't want to linger too much on it because like when you start getting into like episodes, like I could do a episode of Kino Corner on Adventure Time because it goes places and they're just feeling it in cake and just. But I want to keep this as simple as I can. A plus, even if we don't personally see it that way, it has become like the closest one of the closest show, if not one of the closest shows, to really capturing the magic of like the original Cartoon Network shows.
Right.
So, yeah. All right. Generator Rex, Diet Ben 10.
I never honestly watched it. I know of the show.
I am of the same camp.
I watched it. It's very short lived. It's not bad. I think how you feel about Ben 10 is how I feel about this. It's just kind of another superhero show. They kind of like went too far with it. No, it's not really B tier. It has an interesting idea, just it doesn't do anything with it. The best thing that happens to Generator Rex is the crossover episode with Ben 10.
Ah, okay. Because
Which
we got to start doing that.
yeah, which honestly by its nature is kind of sad. Put it above Evil Con Carne. Yeah, right here in the middle of C tier. It's kind of whatever. Like it has a fun idea because of the nanomachines in his body, he could basically reform as his limbs or his entire body to just be a mech. Kick ass powers. It's just kind of man. I wish they'd do something cool with this. Like what you see in like the little poster image of that's what he does 90% of the time. I turn my fist into big robo fist.
I mean,
It works.
whatever's your kink, man.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Okay, all right. Now we're in another one that's going to be hard to rate, or actually maybe real easy. Regular show.
Oh, put it in B tier.
Damn. All right. What?
Robble.
Either A plus or S minus. Because I mean, that show just kind of it is just my humor, but I like what they do in the show in general.
It do be funny.
I do.
Yes, I have not seen enough of the show to give it a proper rating, so I will leave it to y'all's judgment.
Yeah. It is funny. I'm just trying to think. I would say A plus, and I'm only saying that because just like with other shows, I'm wondering if it's too adult for its own good at times. That's why like close enough is like it's just so just good and regular. Well, both are beloved, but it's easier to really accept like definitively rate close enough than it is regular show. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I get that.
I personally, yeah, I'm with you. Like it is a good show. It is definitely worth a watch, despite how weird it looks. That's honestly its charm. But being if I try to like take a step back, let's try to be objective about this. Would y'all say A plus? Honestly, top of A plus, like above Adventure Time and Powerpuff Girls.
below because Powerpuff Girls to me is just kind of quintessential.
but above Adventure Time.
Kind of equal.
Kind of equal.
It's a very
Okay,
nuanced thing.
So them being here next to each other is fitting.
Yeah.
Like it's there's so much going on in both shows. It's hard to rate, but they're both very good.
I mean, personally, for me, I'd rank it more than Adventure Time, but
Yeah, that's where it is right now. So right now it goes Clone Wars. The A tier right now is Clone Wars, Powerpuff Girls, regular show, Adventure Time, Chowder, Time Squad, Space Ghost, Johnny Bravo, Ben 10, Alien Force, Kids Next Door, and then early Ben 10, which I think is a good A tier lineup. Then B tier, you have Dexter's Lab, Grim and Evil, Juniper Lee, Foster's, Jib Partners and Monkey, and yeah, that's where we're at with that right now. Okay, I'm gonna get these next two shows before, and then I'll take another brief look at the list. So, Bionic Titan.
You know, I've seen episodes. I haven't seen all of them, but
I hate the art style. I'm gonna be honest.
I feel
it is. Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, I was to say, I just feel I kind of feel nothing from it.
I found it to be an enjoyable watch. I thought it was, it was another Genndy Tarkovsky like good animated bit, and obviously they had to cut corners with the Titan itself, along with anything else. But they tried to do something different with the mecha genre, and it was, it was, whatever writing they could fit in there. It was just fun. It was a decent time, but they kind of got the shafted with only getting the one season, so there's never a proper resolution.
So how would you rate that
overall
season?
It's overall I think it was a B tier for me, only because there was not a big conclusive thing about it. The writing itself was fine. You could tell it's got these writing all over it.
Okay. Let's go. What's his writing? How about we put a B tier right in the middle, like right smack in the middle above Foster's, below Juniper Lee? Do you think that's a fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
It's like, it's got its standout moments. I know everyone. I think 90% of the people that watch cartoons know the clip where like the girl's like trying to, schmooze the nerd guy, with dancing. Which fun fact, that's not a human at all. That is that's their onboard alien computer.
Yeah, it is. Oh god.
He just looks on and goes, no.
All right. Speaking of robots, I know I've seen this show. Well, I've seen the trailers and stuff. Robotomy.
Ain't got no goddamn clue what that show is or what it's about.
Do you, Alex? Because I got
what show?
Robotomy.
Nope.
Okay, haven't seen. All right, let's take a little look at what we have here. So we have a bunch of the haven't seen in our watch list of things we haven't seen but want to is Transformers Animated, Secret Saturdays, and Don't Remember. Our D tier is Flapjack, Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, Mike, Lou, and Og, What a Cartoon, and Sunday Pants. Our C tier, we have Puffy Amiyumi.
Did you really go through all of them?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, how about we just, we'll go through the S tier. Our S tier shows are Ed, Edd n Eddy, Samurai Jack, Courage, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Megas XLR, and Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. Are we okay with just that S tier lineup? Because I'm looking at what we have left. I don't know if we're gonna get any more.
I mean, I know nothing about Ben 10 except for the minor stuff. I just don't know if that should be S tier. Is it S tier? I don't know.
Just again, this is Ultimate Alien. It's like that one part of Ben 10 is S tier. Trust me when I say nothing else Ben 10 is going to be A tier, or if I have anything to say about it.
And he does have something to say about it. That's why we have the S tier. That's why we have the tier list.
Okay, I'll be real. I feel like there's a lot of shows we're missing for some reason.
There are, but like,
Because these are like primarily like Cartoon Network originals, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
like the bigger juggernauts.
yes, yeah, like there is like a lot of boomerang shows that are missing. That's
Like no two stupid dogs and everything.
yeah. I think that was
Great
like
show.
great show. Like, great, yeah. Well, ain't that cute? But
No,
it's wrong.
you're stupid.
Oh, well, I guess
No,
okay.
he's quoting it.
Well, it's
What?
I'm confused. What's happening now?
Everything is happening
Okay.
all at once, everywhere, everything all at once.
All right. Let's sliding through these
Not
last
again.
ones because otherwise I'm gonna. I have a feeling a few of these are gonna give me an aneurysm. All right. So, but first, a good one. Gumball. This has to be at least A tier. This has to be at least A tier. This show's funny.
I would argue that it's S tier just because they do additional
S
animated
tier.
stuff.
S
Yeah,
tier.
like
That's okay. S
And
tier.
plus, like,
like-
I think it's one of the more better modern cartoons who tackle modern stuff.
What do you?
Plus, I still love the episode where the budget is running out. God, there's so many good episodes of Gumball, man. There's
Dude.
just
I haven't. I've only seen like I'd say like I look like there's so many episodes that are like wait why are we doing this, like the Golden Girls episode?
dude, I've seen all 6 seasons.
Oh my god.
I legitimately think it's one of the better, like, that type of cartoon.
Yeah. Like the episode where they get the pet turtle that tries to kill everyone.
Or the Final Fantasy parody.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh
Yeah,
my
okay.
God.
You know what? S tier. Because even though I don't personally put it above there, do you think it's fair because it really reaches a better cultural impact to put it like right above Courage and Grim?
that's a
The
tough
problem-
one.
The problem is Gumball's more recent than those two,
Yeah.
but I'd also argue I don't know how much staying power those other two technically have. Because Gumball exists in the modern era where you could still see clips on any type of social media where you're not really going to see clips of Grimm and everything.
Well, they exist on YouTube. They're just not on Reels or anything. So you have to actually
Well,
actively look for them.
I understand, but it just feels like Gumball's more in the social consciousness than.
No, yeah, I get
Grimm
it.
and
I
Grimm.
get it. Like,
So it could be a little. I would argue that it could be a little lower on Courage just because of a type of recency bias of the
Yeah.
years.
I can get that.
and how about I put it in the middle?
Yeah.
So like our right now our top of the list is Ed, Ed and Eddie. Are we cool with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
So then Samurai Jack, Courage, then Gumball. But put Gumball above Grimm. I definitely put it above Megason and Ben 10 for sure. Like I can agree with that.
Hmm.
So I think, are we good with it being above Grimm, just below Courage?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
God.
All right, yeah. I at the very least I respect the out of that show for how much they commit to different animation styles. Okay. What is this? Secret Mountain Fort Awesome?
Never seen it.
I
Don't care.
I don't
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. All right. Oh god. Okay, Ben 10 Omniverse. All
Never seen
right.
it. Well,
Ultimate Alien.
Yeah.
Man, Ultimate Alien took one step forward, two steps fucking back. I hate the art style.
was it just something where they were trying to bring like rekindle old flame to be like, hey, Ben 10 we could bring it back totally.
100%, 100%. Like they redesigned the aliens, they made it, but they went from making it a little more adult in Ultimate Alien and Alien Force to like let's make it more for kids, like really for kids again. It just, I'll acknowledge there's like some bits in it, like there is a character introduced in Omniverse that I do think is a genuinely good addition. So I'll say upper C tier for this. His name is Rex. He's basically, I think Rex is a better foil to Ben than Kevin or Gwen ever were. because instead of just becoming a family affair and just a babysitting, and all the three of them babysitting each other and becoming essentially the same character, Ben is the outgoing bombastic hero. Rex is the by the book plumber in training. Basically, the role Ben's grandpa had in this big freaking police force, Rex is next in line for that. So Rex exists as a way to introduce Ben to like other alien species in a more natural way, but also be a good foil to him. It's like he's more following the rules without being a dick about it. I think he works really well. That's like the one good thing I think the show does, but it is a big part of it. So I can't rate it poorly, but the rest of the show is kind of it's so dumb. It's not as bad as the thing that came after it, but like I said, Ben 10 just took one step forward and two big fucking steps back. Like,
shit.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Just if you want to watch Ben 10 just to give it a shot, watch up through Ultimate Alien because that's the best you're gonna get. That's like the best Ben 10 you're gonna get.
Right. So the original 3 then.
Basically. And everything after that. Oh god, Uncle Grandpa. Oh,
Never watched the show. I know about it, but fuck it.
I want to laugh at it. I want to find the show funny, but I can't. I think it has a flapjack problem where it's so weird it's distracting without actually being funny, but it is better than flapjack in my opinion.
Understandable,
but not by much. And I don't feel gross watching it. I would, but my personal take is low C tier.
Personal take is haven't seen it.
No, it's a D.
Yes.
It's a D tier. It's above flapjack only barely. It's yeah. Oh, we're getting to the bad stuff. We're about to get an E or an F tier. I could feel it. Oh, I could see it. All right.
I mean, that's a little harsh on Steven Universe. But
No,
sure.
it's not. Okay, Steven Universe.
Nothing ever is.
Steven Universe isn't bad.
Right.
Steven Universe isn't bad. As someone who likes the show, I acknowledge it. It's not it's not an S tier show. I know people who think, "Oh, it's OS tier." It's not. It's good late, especially later on when they start tackling like really adult issues. Like again, it grows with its audience, but it takes a while to get there, and sometimes it could be a bit cringy.
I'm sorry. There's an entire anime about rocks that does it better.
Yeah. Oh god. Would this be A tier? Again, I'm trying to think about on the whole. No, oh god,
Okay.
I'm gonna get some blaming for this. Would y'all think it's fair to put Steven Universe again? This is everything on the whole. B plus.
No.
Too high?
Yep.
I feel like there's someone that we know that's gonna like break in the doors on this call and be like, "You put that in S tier right now because it's."
Nah, who cares?
But
I don't want to put it. I don't want to put it in. I don't want to put it too low because, like I said, there's good stuff in it. I just want to temper expectations. Yeah,
there's good stuff, but
B minus.
I don't want this to be becoming whatever Universe is trying to tell or who the people is. It's just from like an overall story perspective, and especially the way it was released was god awful.
Yeah,
that doesn't help. And honestly, a lot of that to me is honestly how it was released, how it was perceived.
Mm-hmm.
People losing their shit over it for some fucking reason. I mean, they have a 4 LP vinyl of all the series, but that's like $150. I'm like, why?
Oh, yeah, no, Every time I go to Walmart, I see they have the entire show. This is a show that I personally like. I wouldn't mind owning it, but there's so many shows I'd rather have in instead. My personal take when I look at everything on the list, I like Steven Universe, but not as much as Dexter's Lab. I would personally put it B plus right between Dexter's Lab and Grim and Evil, but y'all think it should be
It's
lower?
well, it's weird because like I feel like it's an internet. Um,
The internet elevated it
no.
like so much.
Well, that and yeah, okay, yeah, elevated's a good word. It just feels like that. Oh, this series is way more better than it needs to be. It's classic.
Eh,
It's really not though.
no, it's good. It's just not that good. That's where I stand on the show. Like especially when I look on everything.
It's
on the whole.
competently made. It has some good episodes. Don't get me wrong, but as a whole, it doesn't have the staying power. No one really. It's not in the social conscious right now.
Yeah,
It never will be.
yeah. Then
And, I guess you could chalk it up to just the way modern life is, media consumption, jazz, but that's the reality. It's not in the social consciousness. It exists, but comparatively to people who would want to see it, it's not existent.
would you compromise to the bottom of B tier? Because I'm looking at C tier right now.
Oh,
And
that's fine with me.
I do think that Steven Universe is better than everything we have in C tier right now. Like,
I wouldn't say it's better than everything. Okay, personally for me, it's a good C, like straight up middle C.
middle C, I say B plus. So B. Where would you put it, Butch? Let's be fair about this.
Haven't seen it.
Haven't seen it, so
Oh, you've seen it.
No, I haven't seen a single episode. I've seen clips. I haven't seen the
Yeah.
show itself. So
You've seen it then.
How about this? We'll
No,
leave it.
I know
I
a person
know.
named Steven.
We'll leave it at the bottom of at the very bitty bottom of B tier. If things start to get overflowed, we want to move it later on. That'll be the first thing to move down to C tier. How about that?
Yeah. I have no thoughts one way or the other.
Okay. Mixel. We're in the last row. So Mixels. I have no idea what that is.
Haven't
I
seen it. Don't care.
No idea what that is.
All right, cool. A lot I haven't seen. Clarence.
Get that fat fuck. Off
No, look. If you like it, you're probably under the age of 25. I'm sorry. It's true though.
That's a weird but also completely accurate way to put this stupid show. Oh god,
Cartoon Network had this stint where, for at least for my opinion, they made a lot of shows that didn't have substance. It was just it just existed. That's all I can tell you about it. Clarence is one of those shows.
Something to just fill the time slot. Nobody gave a shit about it.
Honestly, in my opinion, Clarence. What did Clarence do that was different? Nothing.
Nothing.
It was a poor child's King of the Hill at best.
Oh my god, you're right. Here's the weird thing. There is a show that is later on the list that is a new show that I think it takes an idea of Clarence and actually does something with it in a better way. Like there is another show that might be in contention for A tier or S tier for me later on, but Clarence, no, I think E. Honestly, I do not like that. I don't think this is a good show at all.
It doesn't even need to be ranked.
It's like
it is less than nothing. It is Clarence.
It is. My clairvoyance tells me.
Then you know what? Yeah, it's at the bitty bottom.
You know what? For that pun, put it on F. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
It's at the bit. It's at the bitty. This is a bad show.
My sperm has more contribution to humanity than that show.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Over the Garden Wall.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I'll be real. So I have no opinion. I've heard it's great, but I just have not seen it.
Sam, this is probably another watch list.
I've heard it. Yeah, I'll put that in watch list category because I've heard it from like my sister loves it. I know, friends of mine that absolutely adore the show. it just never came up on my radar. It's just something I just never popped in on. The same goes for We Bare Bears. Never seen it. Probably don't care to.
So I've seen We Bare Bears. I know people like it.
Where.
It's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, this is one of the new shows that like. So most of the stuff in this list last show is like all their new shit and Steven Universe Future. That I try to look at the lens of like, would I watch this show, but also would I let my kids watch this show? Yes to both for We Bare Bears because I've seen a few episodes. I would put it in a solid B tier personally.
Show?
B for bear. I don't know. It has a few funny moments. It has some horror. Like the one of the episodes
for
I've
bear?
watched is the backstory for Ice Bear, and like
We Were Bears. Oh, okay.
yeah, We Bear Bears.
I've seen a few episodes of the original, and it's okay, but it
Yeah.
has that weird. I'm gonna say this. It has that weird mid 2010s
Yeah,
feel.
it has that weird, but there's nothing particularly wrong with it. It gives a few laughs, and like I said, I don't know if you've seen the episode like Ice Bear's backstory. There's some times where the show will give you a little bit of heart in there. I kind of want to put it in low B. What do you think? Low B, low B for low bears.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that since I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it is an inoffensive but generally okay show. It's pretty good, pretty good. What is this? Long live the Royals. What?
Haven't seen,
Yeah.
don't care.
Okay, cool. All right. There's a lot of shows I just none of these are on my watch list or want to show. Yeah,
We're not even gonna talk about the next one. You put that in fucking F tier, and we don't talk about that shit ever again.
No, we don't. We don't.
What is it?
Powerpuff Girls reboot.
Just- Oh yeah, no, that doesn't exist.
No, get this. Blam that. Who decided to make a Powerpuff Girls show and decide what if they didn't fight?
What if they did self-insert cringe shit?
What yeah?
Um,
What if they rapped and did selfies and said "No me gusta"?
What if I just developed cancer from one episode?
What if I shot myself with this gun? No,
What if we talked about Mighty Magiswords instead?
please, that is an underrated as fuck stupid show. Oh,
It's stupid. It's dumb, but
It-
it's that type of just like candy type of show.
It-
And you're
it-
just like,
it-
ah, yeah, I appreciate it.
it's honestly stupid. Like it is a show that like you can tell from being like, look, we're stupid. We're not going to try to trick you into thinking we're something other than just a stupid little fun kid show.
Well, yeah, because the creator's a big old pedophile.
Oh fuck! I didn't know
All
that.
right, back to F tier.
Oh
Did you not know that?
no!
Yeah, no. The creator is a giant ass pedophile, and I think he got arrested the
I'm
last
gonna.
few years.
Oh, I feel.
Oh, man.
Oh, I'm gonna put it in E tier for.
Oh, man. I was about
Something
to
like that.
compare it to the Slayers too. It was
Damn
like
it.
The two main characters made me think of that. Oh.
If you didn't tell me that, I was thinking of putting it in like low B, just because like I don't know, it's harmless. It gives a good laugh from time to time, a little better than we.
Hold on. Let me double check. Let's see.
Please clarify.
Kyle Carrazza, an animator who created the television series Mighty Magiswords and worked on whatever, was arrested in Burbank, California on June 20th. Let's see, this article was last year on
Oh,
two
this was,
child
like, fairly
pornography possessions.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh,
E for
my
I.
God.
E for I. The show itself is fine, but now that I know that backstory, I can't look at it the same way again.
Well,
I mean, sorry, but it's the truth.
that's fine. The piece of my childhood needed to die anyway.
Yeah.
Which is about the same thing you could say for the next Ben 10 segment.
Oh yeah, no. It just continued to go back. I would.
Yeah.
Awful. This isn't even a continuation. It's a reboot in the same kind of art style they did for like Clarence and Mighty Magiswords, and just made it extra kid friendly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but that was beyond me.
Sucks. I I find it personally like offensive because I do like the original Ben 10 so much, and this is like Omniverse at least has Rex and some good episodes, but this is just
My problem is just it feels very like mid 2000s, especially by God, what's his name? Max? No, who's the guy who made all those shows like Generator Rex and Ben 10?
I forget, but yeah, no, I get what what you mean about like Omniverse. Like, well, I'm just saying, like when you compare all of the Ben 10s in a lineup, like Omniverse is not that good, but it looks so much better when you compare it to this.
Oh, yeah, art style wise, I'm just saying like
Not
in
even art style
general.
wise, just like just tone and everything. Like they really just make it extra kitty. Oh, I
Kitty meow.
uh, no. Do I like? No, I don't. I'm not even. It's not a question of like. Do I hate Clarence more than this?
I think it can go below Magiswords.
E tier below
Maybe.
Mad Swords. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And
I'm okay with that.
you'll know as soon as you drop it. Then you go back to it and be like, no, actually, this is hot ass.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. KO. Let's be heroes.
It's okay.
I like this show a lot, actually.
I haven't seen it. I will go leave it to y'all's discretion.
So okay, this show is weird because the main character, and maybe I'm gaslighting my own self, they at some point they had the original lady who did like Gohan back in the day, or Kid Goku for Dragon Ball.
Oh.
I swear to God they did. They changed voice actors. But not only that, one of the episodes they actually have an official Sonic and Tails crossover. Like Sonic actually comes into the world and he teaches KO all this shit.
The fuck?
Tails is in there too. It's a really fun show.
That's on my personal watch list then. Fuck. All right. Where would you put it? Where would y'all put it?
I echo Alex's sentiment. It
Maybe
does
a
things
lower
similar to like
Low
it does things similar to Gumball, where it's more of just like
Middle
much
B,
better
middle.
just being
It'll be you think like
me being in touch
how
with
about like right above Foster's, right below Titan? What do you think about that?
After Titan. After Juniper Lee, actually. No, after Juniper Lee. Actually, no. Evil or Grim. No. Juniper Lee. Juniper Lee. Above it.
Just above it, right there.
Above it.
Right. Yeah.
above Juniper Lee, below Grim and Evil. Yes.
Right there. Yeah.
Right there. We're good with that. All
Yeah.
right. Cool.
Yeah.
I trust y'all's judgment on that.
It's a very fun show too.
Yeah. I would say it's a lesser Gumball, which is not an insult
Yeah.
per se. It's just it's just one animation style, but it's definitely a lot more for the fun beat 'em up arcade style audience.
It's not an insult. It's like when one show is like an S tier, one show is so good. If you have one show that's like it's almost as good, that it doesn't mean it's bad. It's just mean it's probably not an S tier. That's all that means. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Apple and Onion.
What the fuck is that?
The only thing I know about this show is the Onion is voiced by the dude with. Ever seen the IT crowd or the IT crowd?
Yeah.
The dude,
is it the white guy or black guy? To be honest,
the black guy. He voices the
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's all I know about the show.
Oh God, what's his name? I'm trying to remember his name. I know it, but yeah.
Like this, nah, it's not on the watch list. I haven't seen it, but you haven't seen it, have you?
No, I've seen clips, but I haven't seen it.
Apparently it's a musical show. I don't know. Okay. Just to get this out of the way, before I talk a little bit about Cricket Creek, Summer Camp Island. I haven't seen it. Has anyone else seen it? Just to get this.
Never heard about it.
Never heard about it. Butch, have you? This is our last haven't seen
Summer Camp Island.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay. We'll be able to have opinions on the last three things. Craig of the Creek. This show is a great show. I
I've actually seen a few episodes. It's pretty enjoyable.
yeah,
I think it captures like an old school cartoon feel while still feeling modern.
I think
Mhm.
that I know this may sound like a weird comparison. I think this is like a modern. In a lot of ways, I see this as a successor to the show Recess.
That's an odd comparison.
I know it's an odd comparison.
It really is, man. I do not consider the two connected, but
They're not
okay.
connected, but like think about the world. Like
Well, you know what I mean.
think about in Recess, basically in the playground. There was like this weird elevated like sense in the playground. Like everyone had like these almost jobs, these roles in the
Okay.
playground world. Like
Okay.
you had like the kids that were like to dig holes. You had like the Ashleys. You had like this king that ruled over the playground. Craig of the Creek almost has this.
Okay.
There was like a
No,
little
no.
kid
I see what
society.
you're saying now.
Yeah. And Craig of the Creek functions the same way. Like each kid is like has this weird role in like this weird almost society they have, when in reality this is
Yeah.
just the creek they like to hang around in.
Yeah. It's your kid. Imagine it, because there was an episode I watched where they're, I guess, like part of the creek connects to another part, and they have like a kid in a raft boat take them up,
Yeah.
like some medieval fantasy bullshit. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Like the other side of the creek, the other kids, they all have like this weird kingdom thing going on, and it's literally just because the kid who's the king is a rich kid who could just afford to buy them all chocolate bars.
I will say though, the one thing I do like about the show, at least a few episodes I've seen, is I like that the parents are involved for the main kid.
Yes, and
You
they're
just
good
don't-
parents.
Yeah, and you just don't see that in general. It makes it less like they're actually in. I don't want to be political, but like black people,
Yeah.
black like really good black parents, because you just don't see that in modern animation anymore.
Yeah.
But the fact like they're just like, hey, here's some parents, we get some good lessons, but at the same time they let their kids do their thing. It's like, I like that.
like I personally consider this another A tier show. Like I don't know. I haven't seen.
Ooh.
Well, I've seen enough of it to rate it. Like it's an A tier show. I don't know if I would really put it as an S tier.
No, I to be honest, it's like a high B.
IB. I would put it like low A personally. Like
Oh.
Above.
Well, remember there is a spinoff, or spinoff of this show for one
Really?
season. It involved his little sister, Jessica.
Yes. Susan of the Swamp.
Oh,
What?
you know what? I want to even this out.
Oh, sorry, that's a different show.
I want to even this out a little bit. I have a compromise for you, sir. How about we put Craig of the Creek low A? I move Ben 10 down to high B.
Okay.
I do
I'm okay
like
with that.
I do like Ben 10 more than, or I do like Craig of the Creek more than the original run Ben 10. Like,
Ben 10 was just beyond my time though, because that came,
Yeah.
even the original Ben 10 came out when I was in middle high school, and I'll be honest, I watched more anime. That came out kind of around when like Code Geass came out.
Yeah, like
No.
Craig of the Creek is just one of those shows that catches you off guard. Like if I had kids now and my kid turned on Craig of the Creek, I would have no qualms with that. I would encourage
No, man.
them.
I put them up to true cinema. I showed them films like Saut de Demain and Leon the Professional.
Oh, dude. I have a list. I have told
Jesus.
people this. I have a list, and I tell people like if I ever have a kid, the second they turn 10, they're gonna I'm gonna pop open the list, and we're gonna have movie nights every week, and I'm gonna start showing them the movies that I watched as a kid. I mean the traumatizing shit. We're gonna watch Neverending Story.
No,
We're gonna
don't do that.
Oh, we're gonna watch American
No.
Tail. We're gonna watch Fox and the Hound.
No, you're isolating them. It doesn't matter if you think your shit's cool. Your kid needs to experience what other kids like. That's how you socialize.
Oh yeah, they can experience
See, when they're in college though, like 20-ish, that's when you introduce them. You're like, hey, son or daughter, would you like to watch Requiem for a Dream?
Well, there are some movies that now I joke about it, but realistically, it'd be more like if I were to realistically approach this, I would just have a shelf of movies I'd want to
Oh,
show
yeah.
my kid, and I'd say, hey, how about every
Dude.
week we have a movie night and we alternate. This week we
Dude.
pick something from your shelf. This week we pick something from my shelf.
If I ever have kids in the future, I'm definitely going to introduce them to anime and jazz, but I want to introduce them to like some decent anime. Not shit like that was old when I was a kid. Let them discover that when they're adults, because you would bond
Yeah.
more. But like show them stuff like I'll be real, like panning and stocking.
Ah, yes.
Just
The obvious upgrade from Craig of the Creek.
This tier list is going places. Anyway, Infinity Train. We got 2 more to go. Let's wrap this.
Okay, so for me, Infinity Train, I haven't seen season 3 or 4, but season 1 and 2,
Like,
honestly good. And I wish this show lasted more because there's so much they could do.
so
I'm not gonna put it in S, but it's at least in an A tier.
A tier.
Yeah, it's an A-tier show.
Like, I have only seen the promo, and I thought the promo was amazing. It's an A
You've
tier.
only seen
show.
the pro? Oh, dude.
I know. For me
go
personally,
watch
it's
that
watch.
show.
Yeah, for me personally, it's watch list. Like there's things that like you'd think I would have watched, or like even I think I should have watched, but I haven't. Where in A tier? So based on context clues of how you're talking
Right there,
about
right
it,
there would be fine.
right there, right
And
behind
in the
Chowder?
middle, yeah,
Okay.
in the middle.
Last show, Steven Universe Future, which is all of just. So full disclosure, this is where I'm
Haven't
thinking.
seen it, don't care.
This is where why I was fine with putting like the whole reason I think Steven Universe and why I think people think it's good is because of Steven Universe Future, because of the payoffs therein.
I think that's a lot more.
It's better than Steven Universe, but it's only better because it pays off and it's more focused.
Well, I'd also say Steven Universe also caters a lot more to LGBTQ people.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's a lot of the reason why it's still infamous for a lot of jazz. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm glad that it exists.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I would personally. I think.
Well, and I would also say, like, you know, it's just even for you for Future. I watched all the Future as it came out.
Yeah,
and I just feel like it's lacking.
Yeah, it's.
I feel like a lot of the payoffs, and this is also just for someone who tried to watch the show as it aired, and you get the quote unquote Steven bombs.
You know what? No,
God awful.
I get what you're saying, because here's what my hot take on Steven Universe Future, the whole like thing where he basically gets PTSD. Spoilers. I like that idea, that storyline, because when you really think about everything that happened in Steven Universe, our boy went through some shit. He's going to have lasting trauma, but I don't know if I like how it ultimately resolved.
No, I don't.
Like it.
I feel like if you want to give your character PSD but also do a time skip, I feel like you need to actually address those PSD issues before you time skip, because that way it allows your character to actually age and mature a little bit. But because we're humans, you know, you keep some of that, and maybe that creeps in throughout the whole season.
Yeah,
then the whole resolve is like, oh shit, I'm actually gonna like accept and overcome it.
Yeah. Would you willing to accept that it's also B tier, but lesser than, like, below regular Steven Universe, because it doesn't fully pay off what Steven Universe?
I'm gonna be 100% real though. Even though I watched it, I really just don't remember a lot what happened. It was one of the. I mean, you know, the way the show aired in general, it just feels like you'd watch a chunk of it, and then you would forget it for like 6 months.
Yes.
I'm okay with that though. Or I mean, with the placement.
Yeah, it's not in general. Again, personal stakes. I would put Steven Universe B plus personally, but like when I try to look back at the objectives, think of what y'all say. I think this is a fair place to put it. B minus. The only discrepancy I would personally change on this list when I look at everything all together, my personal taste is Powerpuff Girls is an S tier, but I think that's really the only change I would make. Everything else, I'm like, no, this is
I mean, honestly, I would kind of agree with you because Powerpuff Girls is pretty much like an iconic American cartoon.
okay. Do we want to move
Yeah,
Powerpuff Girls to
I
low
mean-
S above
I mean,
Alien?
we've been over this. It's just not S tier because we're sexist.
No,
The same
I'm
thing
not
for Craig of the
sexist. I'm not sexist. What the fuck?
Creek.
No, what the fuck,
Just
dude?
because you said that, I'm putting
I'm
it above
kidding.
Megas.
Are you sexist?
Yeah. No, I'm sexy. There's a difference.
No.
Just because you said
said
that.
sexist.
Just because you said that, I'm putting Powerpuff Girls right above Megas XLR.
You know what? That's fair and valid, and I respect this decision.
No, put it next to Courage, actually, then.
All right.
Because, like, to me, Powerpuff Girls is like a staple of a cartoon.
Right. That's all right, so yeah, let's look at it from that perspective. I'm trying to think of anything I would want to move down. So I'm gonna pull something down a little bit.
Yeah, Jennifer Lee.
Honestly, I'm willing to move Juniper Lee down to C tier. I know it's kind of sitting.
It's just not a good show. It's awful.
It's better than you think, but it's definitely top of C tier. Top of C tier. Compromise there.
maybe
I
it's better
assure
than
you-
Cap Laszlo.
I assure you, it's better than Omniverse. You know what?
I mean, I'll take your word on that.
You know what? Just to, because even Camp Laszlo is better than Omniverse. How about that? How about that? How about that?
I mean, anything better than Uncle Grandpa is okay in my books.
Yeah, because it's
Actually, I've had a
definitely-
change of heart. I've been watching Uncle Grandpa throughout this entire thing, and there's actually a really good turn of the arc character arc in that show.
God, I'm gonna come to castrate you.
I would actually put that above Powerpuff Girls.
I'm going to kill you.
I'm gonna grab your balls. I'm gonna stretch them fucking half a mile, and I'm just gonna go. "Woo!"
Yeah,
That's
So-
sexist, bro. What the fuck?
yeah. We have
Oh, I'll show you sexist.
our D tier shows that we acknowledge are kind of bad. We have our E tier of Mighty Magiswords, E for and Ben 10 because and then of course Clarence.
Hold
and
on. On the Don't Remember for the Secret Saturdays, am I the only one who remembers that show? I know we
show?
probably talked about
I put it there.
Okay.
It's okay. The reason it's there is kind of a joke. Realistically, it's like watch list for me. But
do you remember, or do
Vaguely.
you remember, Butch? No, you don't have to move it. I guess I wasn't here for it or something. I remember I watched a lot of that show, ironically, but it's like a weird. Anyway,
But you watched it in secret,
Right,
That's
but
why
you-
no one
but-
remembered.
I
you
didn't
watched
watch
it,
in
but you don't.
secret.
You watched it, but you don't remember because it's a secret. We've been
okay. Suck my balls, drain me.
All right. Come on over. Let's get this underway.
Fine, send me your address live on Twitch.
Oh yeah.
The address is 221-222-22121 Baker 221.
I don't think that's it. But yeah, that's it. That's the tier list. I'll say this and post it for today. But are we all in agreement that as it stands, the best Cartoon Network shows are Edda and Eddie, Samurai Jack, and Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, I guess. I would personally put Samurai Jack above Ed, Edd n Eddy, but
I would also
those-
take away Benton Alien, but that's just me. I didn't grow up with it.
You know what? I agree with you, but my love for Edda and Eddie is biased because I grew up in a small time neighborhood with a close knit group of neighborhood
Sure.
friends, so I connected with it. So like my bias is telling me like, oh,
I just think like Samurai Jack though really
It-
kind of
it
is
is-
like the quintessential Cartoon Network. I mean, like
yeah,
it kind of honestly hits all demographics.
yeah.
You can watch it and disregarding the sequel game, whatever. But yeah,
It's peak. It's it. Yeah, I'm happy with this. I know
You
some.
forgot a cartoon, by the way.
Which one?
The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest.
Oh my God, you're right. I can't put it on here. I'll see if I can find an image.
No, it was one of the shows that like lasted maybe 11 episodes at best.
It was one of the shows of all time.
It's one of those 90s shows or 90s mentality where they try to reboot it. Ooh, it's edgy. Wow.
Yeah, but yeah. This is the thing. I'll post this down to a thing here in a bit. But with that,
I think it's a good list.
it's a good.
I think we made something great.
We made something good. Hey,
God.
we had to do a little bit of compromises here and there, but generally we got it. I'm still working
All
on
right.
transitions.
So when are we going to do Nickelodeon and Disney or Toon Disney?
Okay, so I'm trying to space out tier lists because
Oh no.
the episodes take a while, but I'm finding that I enjoy doing them and like talking about them with people. But I want to like start doing like smaller things because like this was a large one. You know what I mean?
Oh, I got a lot toward.
But
Yo.
No, I get you.
the one tier list I want to do is it's an Alien versus Predator tier list because I started counting like if we count Prometheus, once Predator Badlands comes out, there'll be an even number of Predator and Alien movies. So my idea for that tier list is AVP and AVP Requiem are going to count for both sides to be fair. So that we both have a good one and both have an utter shit one on their plate. Then we tier list all of the movies in both series, and we kind of see which one is the superior series.
Okay.
Like my immediate thoughts when I think about it is I think Alien's gonna have higher highs and lower lows, but I think Predator's gonna end up winning. That's my thought. But
Wait, I kind of actually agree. I think Alien will have very high highs, very low lows, but Predator will kind of be in the middle, the median.
But okay, well, that's an idea for a tier list. But yeah, aside from that, I do want to do one themed around Toonami. I do want to do one themed around Nicktoons because I do have.
Listen, dude, I could talk about Toonami all the time.
Like
Toonami set like a precedence that I will never be matched.
Yeah. So I can assure you the next time we have Cartoon Network in a big episode on the show, it will be a Toonami episode. Like that's a promise.
I mean, shit, dude. You could even do a whole episode about Cartoon Fridays and like the whole culture around that.
I
talk about that shit.
I could. But yeah, as far as tier lists, like I won't. I'm not gonna put them on the wheel for a while. Like I do want to save after Badlands comes out. I want to see that in and then do that tier list. But if there's other ideas for this like collections, like maybe one around like Kids WB / Jetix, maybe one that's about all the.
Oh man, don't even get me started on like the Saturday morning stuff. That is a lost art form.
Yeah,
in my honest opinion.
Yeah. But there's so many like animated, like I keep referring to animated shows, but there's so many tier lists I could do. Like we did the Star Wars tier list, and I'm pretty sure I upset a few people because I apparently have the heretical. No, apparently it's a heretical opinion that I think that new trilogy they did. What's the second one? Is that the last?
Well, Last Jedi.
I think that's the worst one of the new trilogy.
I think it would have been
it's all hindsight. I know. Apparently it's a simple thing, and it's all hindsight. It's all hindsight.
Well, no. I'll say this. The whole sequel trilogy is just awful in general. Don't get me wrong. No, it is. Like, even if you're a casual Star Wars fan, you know it's awful. Force Awakens was just pretty much a rehash of New Hope, but being J.J. Abrams, he did J.J. Abrams things. There was no communication between those two films. So Last Jedi, I like the ideas in it, but the execution was awful.
Yes. That's kind of my point. The execution was awful, but the other side of it was behind the scenes. there was stuff in the writing of that script because that is a fact. Those three movies had different writers, different teams of writers, and I really think a
Oh
lot
yeah.
of the problems we have in the third movie can be attributed to the fact that there is a lack of consistency on the second movie to the first. And
Well, yeah, because Disney, when they bought Lucasfilms, they just decided, hey, we're gonna. Because if you remember their original plan, they wanted a mainline Star Wars movie every other year
Yeah.
with some weird side story every other year in between. That's not feasible in any fucking capacity.
yeah,
And so you get this weird. I mean, it even persists today. Like, what even is Star Wars at this point?
I don't know. But before we get back into that thing, but
Anyway,
back to tier list. Like more is down the pipeline because I do enjoy doing those. But to keep
tier lists are fun.
yeah, tier list. But to kind of keep everything here, we're gonna switch on over to the almighty wheel.
This wheel.
The wheel. It's time for the wheel of morality. Turn. As always, got a few things on here. Got anthology horror movies, Adam Sandler comedies, classic Universal monsters, Ernest, if you know, you know, hand-drawn Disney films, based on a true story, and since we're approaching summer, I threw in Jaws. So that's basically all of the Jaws movies.
Understandable.
Let's spin that wheel.
And of course, the
Gotta
guest
earn that
decides. If it
7-Eleven in a minute.
lands on the guest decides, you two pick one of those 7 categories to burden me with. Oh?
I have a delay, so we have to wait.
Well, hey there, Vern. Hey there, Vern.
Well, that's all on you, because I'll be honest, I've never seen any of these movies.
These movies are hilarious to me. They're not for everybody. I'm gonna be honest. If any of y'all just
I'm sure.
If any of y'all just if y'all told me like, man, I think Ernest is kind of stupid, you don't have to explain it. I think they're hilarious.
That's fair.
Poison. There is a very specific type of funny, but I'm gonna rewatch Ernest Saves Christmas, and it's not even July yet.
The only thing I remember, well, I do recall Ernest existing only because I was watching an anime with someone last night called Knights and Magic, and the main character's name in that one is Ernesty.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there making Ernest jokes the whole fucking time, even though he's like this little Shota boy, and just like, oh, Anime Kun, you're such a genius. That's right.
Holy shit.
Oh fuck, it is good. Anyway, yes, the next one will be Ernest and how he saves anime. Let's go.
Ernest goes to prison. Ernest goes to Africa. Ernest goes to camp. These are all real movies.
I've never seen a single Ernest movie, and to be honest, I think I'm okay.
How very earnest of you.
Here's the thing. If you've never seen Ernest, the only one that I would honestly recommend is Ernest Saves Christmas. Because
what if I hate Christmas?
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Sure.
But will you binge the commercials as well? That's right, he did a lot of commercials. If I have them available to me, sure.
Ooh. You should do a commercial episode.
Oh, that's a whole. Oh my god.
Okay, but what kind of commercials are we
talking? That's a rabbit hole.
I think you would have to do it by decade. But even then, you would probably have to kind of define it like kid commercials or just regular commercials.
No, like they'd have to do it by year at that point because good god, there's so many. The 90s is a lawless wasteland, and I'd be stuck on the 90s for years.
Commercials. I know, that's the best part. The 90s to like 2005 commercials were just
oh dude, even some of the 80s ones. If I can look up the Dr. Pepper space bar commercial.
That's a rarity though.
It is. But it's a fucking cinematic masterpiece disguised as a 2-minute commercial.
I know. I wish we have commercials like that again.
I
Yeah,
wish
but unfortunately, there's only so much ad space we could pay for.
I wish YouTube ads were like 90s commercials. I would actually not mind watching the ads at that point.
Yeah, instead, it's all brain rot screenwriter bullshit. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Anyway,
Instead, it's hey, we know you want to watch the new trailer for Superman, but instead we're gonna have you watch this trailer for this unrelated horror movie. It's like, what the no, but you can't skip it. It's an ad. No.
As unrelated horse shit.
Yeah, all the fucking
Ah!
time, dude. It's no.
well, boys, I need to run to the 7-Eleven. This has been great. I enjoy talking about Cartoon Network. I'll talk about Cartoon Network a whole lot more if you want to do Toonami, even pre-Toonami stuff.
Oh yeah,
My pre-nami.
honestly, dude. Full disclosure: whenever I talk about Cartoon Network, all this stuff, you're my go-to. Like you're the first person I'll always ask. Like, I'm
Oh
trying.
yeah, no, I am a
here.
Cartoon
I don't
Network
even watch.
kid. I mean, don't get me wrong. I watched Nickelodeon when they had their heyday of animation and a little bit of Disney XD, but Cartoon Network to me always just the presentation was always better.
Right, because they actually treated their cartoons with like some kind of levity. Like they even had like those in between segments with like animated characters walking around just being.
Oh
people.
yeah, like the mid 2000s, they had like the whole Cartoon Network City, and you had like the bumpers where they interacted with each other. It's like you didn't have that on Disney or Nickelodeon.
If I do an episode on Cartoon Fridays, it's going to be a dual episode of Cartoon Fridays and like the Cartoon Network bumpers, like all of that. It'd be a dual because there's so much stuff about that. And yeah, I am honestly going to watch the Rebel Taxi video about those as I drink some water here in a bit. But yeah, thank y'all.
Some agua.
Some agua, because now the episode is just about at its end, my boat is like, good, now you need water. But yes, thank you both for joining me. This was a fun time.
This is
and
fun.
Yes,
I shall post that tier list to I'll share it with both of y'all, but actually, where am I going to post it?
Let's see. You can
You're
find
supposed
it
to
on the
be this.
super secret Discord and in the description of this particular VOD.
You can find it at my Witness Home Protection House.
Actually, I don't know if he's going to post anything in the VOD. I don't know. Anyway, you go to 7-Eleven. I'll go to the one that's 2 above that one.
All right, everyone. Break